What's up everyone, how are you all? Today we are back with second part of What if Naruto was abandoned and crowned king of the underworld with his queens? If you enjoy then please like, share and do comments, and also check the description box to original creator of this beautiful creation. The 10th match of Fu vs Ino will begin. Hayate said as two girls are at the arena facing each other and glaring as Ino want to make that bug freak pay for what Kiyomi and Hinata did to her friends. Prepare to die bitch, I will see you suffer for what those whores did, Ino said. Hey disgrace, be quiet, no one care about two pathetic weak Konoha shinobis, especially that pink-haired gorilla Bakara, Fu said. It's Sakura, you demon, Ino shouted as Hayate saw those two ready and begin the match. Ino throwed 3 kunai at Fu, but she moved so swiftly and flew at her with a giant bug punch that she had her Biju chakra as Ino was sent flying to the wall. You see this bitch, this is what a true kunoichi power is, not that waste fangirl power. I can't believe sister Kiyomi and sister Hinata had to deal with fangirls until they left with our Naruto-kun. Shit, it make me more sick that all 3 of them used to lived in this weak pathetic backwater village, Fu said, making all Konoha shinobi get angry. Ino had enough of this bug demon bitch and used the mind transfer jutsu as Fu saw this and let that fangirl hit her with that jutsu as Fu and Ino was standing there. Ha, look like that bug demon bitch has lost, Menma said. Great job Ino, now crush her mind, Naruto said. It all over for her, Sasuke said. Naruto and his wives were smirking at this as they aren't worried at all. Have those fools forgot that Fu-chan is a jinchuriki, Naruto said. They did, but this is Konoha, everyone lose their brain cell and intelligence living here, Kiyomi said. So how long Fu is going to let that mind invader get inside her mind, Hinata said. She right, I think she playing with her food, Shizuka said. Don't worry, it won't be long, Naruto said. Kushina was smirking that Ino will win, but she forget that this girl is a jinchuriki as she shouted at Ino to get out of her mind. Ino, get out of there, Kushina yells as it was too late as Ino, who was possession Fu body, was screaming in pain as she can't get out. Inside Fu mindscape, Ino saw Fu and her tailed beast Chome as both of them are torturing Ino to death as she was hit with 20-tailed beast's bomb and was slashed by kunai and claws as Fu pushed Ino out of her mindscape and went back to her body. You demon, you hurt someone beautiful as me, I kill you, Ino shouted, but her face was grabbed by Fu and her right hand was holding the Rasengan as Minato had enough of those whores using his jutsu as Fu slammed the Rasengan into Ino's chest as she puck out blood and was on the floor. You see this bitch, that what you get for going inside my mind, you creep, maybe that why your clan are full of mind creepers, Fu said as she punched Ino face hard as many people heard the sounds of Ino screaming loudly as her team was upset and scared for Ino. That enough bug bitch, how many of our friends do you and those whores had to hurt, Naruto said. Damn it, what are those girls, how can all 3 of them are ruthless and cruel, Kurenai said. Damn you Naruto, you knew this would happen when you accept Minato deal and now your lovers show no mercy, Kushina said. Naruto and his wives are laughing at Ino pain and cheering for Fu to win as Fu had enough beating Ino as she put Ino on the ground as it was a horror shock to everyone as Ino had broken bones and her hair was almost gone from the kunai slashes that Fu made. Ino was shaking in fear as she saw Fu wicked cold face as she begs Fu no more, but it was not over yet as Fu grabbed Ino left leg and breaks it hard. Ino wails loudly as many shinobi from other village cover their ears, Exipet for Naruto group, as it was the sound of music to them. Ino no Shikamaru, and Choji said. Asuma was shaking in rage and was fearful to that jinchuriki. Naruko and Menma was scared as shit as they felt the screams of Ino pain. You like this bitch, this is what pathetic fangirls get, and now it all over for you, Fu said, laughing like a crazy person as she used poison on Ino as her body was moving uncontrollable as she was screaming from the poison. Ah, my body, make it stop, the poison is too much, someone help me, Ino begs until she was down and unconscious as Fu give her a wicked evil smile as she stomps on her body hard as she was happy to see that fangirl in pain as she was done and left as Hayate saw the horror of Ino body as she was unconscious but barely breathing. We need a medical staff quick, this girl is barely breathing, Hayate said as Konoha shinobi was shocked and scared at this as Hayate was looking at Fu and declare her the winner as Fu flew up and went to her team as she give her sister wives a hug as Naruto came up to her and kiss her hard as all 3 of his wives pass, only Shizuka left as she was saddened, but Naruto give her his warm smile as she was happy. Ino-chan no. Menma said in tears. Please be okay, Naruko said. Those monsters, how they can be so sadistic, Tenten said. That green hair bitch will pay, Choji said. This is too troublesome, but they need to be stopped, Shikamaru said. Damn you, Naruto, you're the cause of all of this. If I face you in the next rounds you will suffer, Kiba said. Kushina, that demon must die, look what he and his whore did to our students, Asuma said enraged. I agree, that deal that he and your husband did needs to stop it, oblivious that he and his wives are too powerful to beat, Kurenai said. That why I warn you all that I sense all 5 of them dark chakra, and now look what happened, Denko said. Kushina, I think they're right, 4 genin are in the hospital fighting for their lives, and Naruto has given his wives all of the Uzumaki and Namikaze jutsu, we can't beat them, Tsunade said. No, enough, all of you, Menma shouted as everyone looked at him. You all must have faith in my father and us, as we will crush that demon and his whores in the finals, as we promised everyone that no one will dare mess with the number 1 village, Konohagakure no Sato, Menma said. He's right, Mom and Dad, trust us because we are the children of the 4th Hokage and the child of prophecy, so have faith in us to beat Naruto and his whores or die trying, Naruko said. My clan wants that traitor bitch to pay, so I will crush that disgrace by my hands, Sasuke said. So does mine, as I won't let this Hyuga traitor disgrace my clan any longer, Hanabi said. Minato and Kushina was proud of those 4 and knew they are right, as Naruto and his wives was laughing at this, but let them talk like idiots. How embarrassing, but this is Konoha, so let them act like fools, it won't make a difference, Naruto said. He right, we weren't going all out and those 4 think they can beat us, Shizuka said. We'll see, I can't wait for the finals, Fu said. The 11th match is about to begin, Hayate said, as the next 2 names are Shizuka versus Choji, as Shizuka was happy to get her turn as she went down to the arena as she was waiting for her opponent. Hey, I don't have all day, tell Fatso to get his tubby ass down here, Shizuka said as Choji glared at her but felt fear as 3 of his friends was hurt badly by Naruto group. Asuma, I don't think I'm ready yet, I fear that I might end up like my friends, Choji said as his sensei want to encourage Choji, but since he saw Ino last match and might agrees with Choji, but something that Shizuka said really piss him off. Wow, that fat tube of lard is a chicken shit who can't avenge his friend, maybe that why the Akamichi clan is full of fat slobs, Shizuka said as Choji had enough of her and went down as Shikamaru tried to stop him, but Asuma grabbed him. Let him do this, Shikamaru, he want to honor his clan, Asuma said. But sensei, you saw what Naruto group did to Ino and the others, Choji might end up the same way, Shikamaru said. I know, but that girl insult his clan as no one dares insult the Akamichi clan, Asuma said as Shikamaru sighed and nodded. Choji was facing Shizuka with rage as Shizuka grinned malice at this tube of fat lard as Hayate see both sides ready as he begin the match. I will make you pay for insulting my clan and hurting my friends, Choji said as he used human boulder as he roll at Shizuka, but she moves fast and use her sword skills to stop the human boulder as she cuts the weak points and use the Rasengan that Naruto taught her to slam hard at Choji boulder as he was slam hard as hell, sending him to the ground as Choji was bleeding everywhere. Asuma and Shikamaru was scared and shocked at Choji injures as they were scared for their friend, as the rest of the rookies are upset at this. Naruto was happy that he taught his wife the Rasengan as it works well with her wind nature. It seems she really is the wind mistress, Naruto said. Shizuka saw the injure and broken Choji as he was scared at her. Stay back please, don't hurt me, Choji said. Sorry, but you did nothing to help my lover as you just stand there with that lazy friend of yours, as I despise fake friends now die, Shizuka said as she uses double sword slash to give Choji the biggest X-mark wound in his chest as Shikamaru and Asuma was shouted at this. Choji felt hurt and he was bleeding everywhere as he was unconscious as Hayate saw Choji beaten as he declared Shizuka the winner as Shizuka flew up to her friends as Naruto kiss her hard and touch her tits as she was moaning his names. Well done, Shizuka-chan, now all 4 of my wives has made it to the finals, Naruto said. Now our king, it your turn to pass, Kiyomi said. Don't worried, I won't lose because it only dog boy lazy boy and that Shino kid left, Naruto said. Shikamaru saw his friend went to the hospital as he looked at Naruto with hateful tears as he rushes at them as Naruto and his lovers saw this as Kiyomi kick him to the wall. Go back over there, lazy boy, Kiyomi said. You monster, you didn't had to hurt Choj, I like that, Shikamaru said. So that don't matter to us as we only care about crushing Konoha and it your sensei fault for letting your team and the others in Konoha enter the Chunin exams, Hinata said. Seriously, I think none of you genin are ready because you all too weak, Fu said. Not surprising that their leader is that weak Yondaime, Naruto said. Damn you Naruto, this is all your fault now, Dai Shikamaru said, but Asuma knocked him out as he took him away from them. Lord Hokage, I think Shikamaru won't face his match as he is upset at this, Asuma said. Nodded as he was facing Shino, but now Shino is the winner, Minato said as Shino was happy but his bugs felt fear from them. Okay, since Shino is the winner, the last match of the preliminary rounds is Naruto vs Kiba, Hayate said as Kiba was howling with excitement as he and his partner went down as Naruto uses his dark Shunshin to appeared. So you're my target, practice well then, this is good because I can't wait to make you suffer for making Hinata-chan uncomfortable with you disgusting pervert way, Naruto said. Bring it, demon, you will pay for everything you did 6 years ago and taking all of my clan money, Kiba said. The rookies and Junins are cheering loudly for Kiba to win as Kurenai want that boy to fall and die for his lover Hinata, making Hanabi cried. Kushina want to see the demon lose to Kiba as Minato want to see Naruto's skills and find a way to counterattack. Naruto sees his wives cheering for him as he was confused why are 4 of them are wearing cheerleaders' uniforms. Where did they get those uniforms, Naruto thought. Kiba was eyeballing at Hinata body as Naruto saw this and sent his killer intent at him. Hey Mud, never look at my wives if you will die, Naruto said as Kiba give him an angry look. Those girls don't belong, a loser demon like you, only a true alpha like me should have those pieces of meat as I will make them my lovers after I kill you, Kiba said as Naruto got angry. You will suffer for that, start the match you waste of human space so I can teach that dog true pain, Naruto said as Hayate glare at him and begins the match. Time to show you a true alpha demon, let go Akamaru, fang over fang, Kiba said as him and Akamaru combine their attack and head straight at Naruto, but he dodges it and use wind magic to blow them away as Kiba and Akamaru was separate. That power, how you did that, demon, Kiba said, but he was chained up by Naruto as Akamaru tried to help him but he was frozen in place. Wait your turn, dog, I want to punish your master for his disrespect, Naruto said as he draws his sword and stabs Kiba chest as he screams in pain. Kiba was screaming in pain as Akamaru was barking and howling for Naruto to stop, but he has enough of that dog as he summoned 2 big shadows wolves as everyone was shocked at this. What are those wolves? They're big, Menma said. How can that demon do that? Sasuke said. Kushina and Minato was shocked at this and need to ask Naruto how he did that. Kiba was scared at those wolves as both of them bowed to Naruto. Naruto-sama, how can we help you? The wolves said. You see that white dog, he's an eyesore, play with him, Naruto said grinning as the 2 wolves was growling at the scared Akamaru as Kiba tried to save his partner but stuck as he begs Naruto to stop. No, stop please, Naruto, leave Akamaru alone, Kiba shouted but was too late as the wolves was eating Akamaru alive as he was howling in pain and agony as Naruto was laughing hard and seeing Kiba standing there with a despair look on his face as his friend and partner was being eaten alive as the 2 wolves stop and see no more Akamaru as there was only blood left. Everyone was shocked at this as Kurenai was enraged and scared at that boy's sick nature as Akamaru is dead by eaten alive. Kushina and her family was puking so much vomit seeing this gore and torture as Menma and Naruko was afraid at Naruto power. Kiba was crying in tears and rage as he looked at Naruto. You demon, your wolves kill my friend, I will make you pay, Kiba said. Please, you can't beat me and let me show you my upgrade version Rasengan, Naruto said as he made a dark Rasengan with blades as this shocked Minato and Jiraiya as Naruto throw the jutsu at Kiba as it made a huge explode as it covered the whole area in smoke until it clears out and sees so much blood. Everyone was shocked that Kiba was bloody all over and has many broken bones but still standing as Naruto was impressed a little. While I surprised you somehow survived, Naruto pouted. I'm not done yet, demon, I will make you pay and avenge Akamaru and our friends, Kiba said. Oh, you still think you can beat me? Well then I have something to show you and everyone, Naruto said as he closed his eyes and opens them to reveal the Rinnegan as Jiraiya and Minato was shocked at this. That the Rinnegan, how did Naruto have the legendary dojutsu? Jiraiya shouted as everyone was shocked at this. Wait, what, the Rinnegan? Jiraiya, Sasuke said. Sasuke, the Rinnegan is the legendary dojutsu that belonged to the Sage of the Six Paths and only the Chosen One can have it, Kakashi said. Menma and Naruko was shocked and enraged at this. The most powerful dojutsu is now in the hands of that demon as they will have it from him. Kushina was shocked, the sage eyes now in the hands of Naruto, as she was wondered that if her the child of prophecy, but that can't be nothing but a demon. No, this can be, those eyes belong to my children, I must get those eyes for my babies, the demon don't deserve them, Kushina said. Minato, I think I might be wrong about the prophecy, as I think is Naruto not his siblings, Jiraiya said, shocking Minato. No, this can't be true, only Menma and Naruto is the child of prophecy, not Naruto, Minato said as he looked at Naruto Rinnegan. So that idiot Hokage and his family now see the true power of our Dark King, and now he will make that dog boy suffer, Hinata said. I hope we get to hear his screams, Kiyomi said. Kiba was shocked at this as Naruto used almighty push to send Kiba flying to the wall as Naruto sent Black Rod at him as it was blocking Kiba chakra network. You demon, stop this madness, Kiba said, but Naruto punched him all over his body as he was beating him over and over again as Kiba was yelling so much. Stop it, you monster, leave my student alone, Kurenai shouted. You demon brat, you already beat him, stop this, Kushina said. Naruto, stop this now, Minato said. Naruto had enough of those fools as he sent his massive killer intent at them, making them scared and quiet. Now then, it almost time for you to die, Naruto said as he grabs his sword and gave him a scar on Kiba's face and stab all over his chest and cut of his manhood as Kiba was bleeding everywhere. Naruto saw the screaming dog boy in pain as Naruto kicked him unconscious. That what you get for being a disgusting pervert, be glad I let you live, for now, Naruto said. Hayate was shocked at the blood and gore, but he had his job to do as he had no choice but to declare Naruto the winner. The winner of the last match of the preliminary exams is Naruto Uzumaki, Hayate said. Naruto has went up to the stands as he was on the floor as his wives are on him, hugging him and kissing him. You did, Naruto-kun, Hinata said. You beat that dog pervert, Kiyomi said. Now all 5 of us are in the finals, Fu said. We work hard to get there, Shizuka said. Thanks girls, and now we are one more step for getting our revenge, Naruto said. Kiba no Kurenai said with tears of rage as she saw her student in the hospital as she looks at Naruto and want to kill him, but Asuma stop her before she gets kill. Stop it, Kurenai, you get kill, and beside Kiba is alive, he will be fine, Asuma said as Kurenai was crying onto him. Menma was upset at this as 5 of his friends are now injured and bleeding so much as he and Naruto look at those monsters and vows to kill them all. Sasuke and Hanabi was enraged at this and will get their revenge as Hayate and Minato calls everyone attention. Alright, the preliminary rounds are now over and the final exams will start in month as all of the Kage will come and the Fire Daimyo to see the next generation of shinobi, as this will be the match for the finals, Minato said. Match 1 is Kiyomi vs Sasuke. Match 2 is Shizuka vs Temari. Match 3 is Kankuro vs Shino. Match 4 is Fu vs Gaara. Match 5 is Hinata vs Hanabi. Match 6 is Naruto vs Menma and Naruto. These are the matches for the finals in 1 month. During that time you will all train to show everyone your skills and smarts, Hayate said. Hey wait, why do Naruto-kun get to fight 2 opponents, Fu said. It fine, Fu, I get the feeling that dumbass Hokage and his family will do this, as this is my revenge for those bastards that make my life hell, Naruto said as Menma and Naruto glare at him. So brother, let's see who really the true Uchiha, Kiyomi said. Bring it, bitch, many people may fear you but I won't, Sasuke said. Hinata, I will make you pay for what you did to Neji-ni-san, Hanabi said. Worthless, don't talk to me, you're nothing but the stain in my clothes, Hinata said. Gaara, I can tell that you're suffering, I will help you, Fu said. Mother told me to crush you now but I will defeat you in the finals, Gaara said. So Wind Girl, let's see who the true Wind Mistress, Shizuka said. Bring it, girl, I always want to face your village as your village has strong kunoichi unlike Konoha, Temari said. Now them get ready to fight in the finals in 1 month, Minato said. Naruto and his wives was about to leave when 10 Anbu got in their way as they see Minato and the others. What the fuck is this, Naruto said. Naruto, we want you and Hinata to hand over the Rinnegan and the Tenseigan, Minato said. Never, bitch, Naruto said as he uses his dark magic to kill 10 Anbu while Hinata frees Minato and the other as Naruto and his wives left. Damn you brat, you don't deserve that power, Kushina said. We need to stop them, or they get away, Tsunade said. We will Anbu find those brats and bring them to me now, Minato said. Minato, I will head to the Toad Mountain about the 2 legendary dojutsu as we can't let those powerful eyes get in the wrong hands, Jiraiya said as Minato nodded and see him gone. Minato, I worried what will happen to our children. Naruto has the Rinnegan, he will use it against them and maybe kill them, and we still don't know what wrong with Menma and Naruto. Health is like their chakra is out of control, Kushina said. I know, but what more is that Iwa girl knows everything as we need to check the village security to see it tight, but what make mad is that she uses the Rasengan on my daughter, but what shocked that she gives up, is she planning something along with that sound ninja girl, Minato said. It all that demon fault for everything, and now he might take my baby title which rightfully belonged to them as I am the current clan heir, Kushina said. Yes, but don't forget Naruto has our blood, and to be honesty he was the scapegoat for the village hatred as he was born to be the sacrifice, Minato said. I know, but still when he learns that jutsu we must know so we can train our precious children, Kushina said. You trained them? Will I head to the council as they might heard about what happened in the exams, Minato said. Unknowing to them, a small fox was listening in a poof out to his master as Naruto heard everything and was enraged. Those sick bastards, they made me the scapegoat. Well them, it will be funny when they will know what going to happen with those brats as they are dying, Naruto said as he and his wives are in the underworld with Merrick, as he said he has new teacher to train his successor wives while he trains Naruto alone. So, Naruto, you will have your revenge, Merrick said. Yes, Master, Naruto said. Konoha 1 week later. Pav. It'd been a week since what happened in the preliminary rounds as many Konoha civilians and shinobi was shocked and furious. What has happened is the demon and his whore has damaged 5 of their genin badly and are in the hospital fighting for their lives as Sakura Aunt Pinky Haruno, who hates Naruto to the core, was furious at her niece broken and injured body as she saw her missing right arm and had burn mark and lighting scars as she want that bitch Kiyomi to pay for doing this to her niece and killing her sister with that Hyuga bitch. Now Sakura is in a coma and don't know when to wake up, but what worse is her reproduction organs as it was destroyed, and now she lost her chance to be a mother as Pinky was crying in tears. The Uchiha clan was shocked about what happened. Not only Sasuke was bite by Orochimaru giving him the curse mark seal, but Kiyomi has become ruthless to Sakura, and what more, she learned the Rasengan in both elements and her Sharingan is more powerful. Makoto was crying in tears to see her daughter act like that, and she is worried that her son Sasuke will die by her hands as she need to find her and bring her back to the family, but Itachi and Izumi stop her as they told her and her husband that Kiyomi has a new family and she will kill them and the clan as Fugaku was upset and saddened. Itachi, did we made a mistake, neglected her and force her married the Hokage's son Menma, Fugaku said. To be honesty, father, yes we did, and now she become a ruthless sadistic murder and I fear that Sasuke will die by her hands, Itachi said. My baby girl, I sorry for everything, please come back home, you can be with Naruto please, we are sorry, Makoto said. Lady Makoto, I sorry but I afraid it too late, me and Itachi-kun sense Kiyomi power and it terrifying as I can see her grabbing a person's soul out of them, Izumi said. Fugaku-kun, we need to tell the Hokage to break that deal, it not worth it losing my younger son, Makoto said in tears. I agree, we will head to the council at once, Fugaku said as Sasuke was hearing all this and was upset and angry at this. That bitch, she has destroyed our family and now mother and father might pull out the deal, Sasuke said as he left. The Hyuga clan was in shock at this. Hinata has become ruthless to their prodigy Neji as Neji has no eyes and his body was infected by too much poison, and what worse, his manhood is gone, which means he won't continue the Hyuga side branch. However, Hiashi was shocked that Hinata has unlocked the Tenseigan as she must be brought back to the clan so Hanabi can take it, but he heard she gone with the demon who made her like this. Hanabi was training hard, but something inside her felt scared at her sister's cruel, vile actions as Hiashi saw this and was worried as the elders was speaking to him. Hiashi, we need to find that girl and bring her back. Not only she uses the Yondaime jutsu, but she has the legendary Tenseigan while her demon husband has the Rinnegan as both jutsu belongs to the village, his father said. I know, but this will be hard since Hinata is too strong and she might kill all Odious and take Hanabi to Kumo for the raikage, Hiashi said. We can't let that happen, Kumo is always after our clan eyes, and now since that bitch Hinata stole everything that belongs to us she might give it to them, the female elder said. I can't believe that IWA girl uses the Rasengan and now all IWA will uses this against Konoha, Hiashi said, leaving as he will head to the council. Hanabi was hearing this and left to find a way to crush her sister and take those eyes as they belong to her clan. Sister, that power of yours is mine, Hanabi said. Many people was furious about the demon giving the fourth jutsu to the Iwa girl, and what worst, many villages has heard about Konoha problems 6 years as it was embarrassing to them and want to kill the ones who started all this. The Inuzuka clan, the Akamichi clan, and the Yamanaka clan wants those demon bastards to suffer as Inochi was furious at that demon bitch who hurt her daughter and broken her legs as she in surgery and resting. Sume and her daughter want to find Naruto and rip him to sherds for Kiba injure body and giving him a scar, but what horrible is that Akamaru was eaten alive by those wolves and now Kiba lost his manhood and never have pups of his own. Chozo was furious about his son has the huge X mark in his chest and now has that big wound as he wanted to find that girl and kill her for his son as he friend Shikaku was upset at this as well. Right now Minato is in his office with Kushina and Tsunade as they are discussing what to do about two Dojutsubi reveal as they gotten words that Naruto and his wives are gone for the village and they can't be found as this enraged them to the core. Minato, what are we going to do? Naruto and his wives has caused trouble in the Chunin exams and now him and Hinata has both legendary dojutsu and what more that bitch from Iwa has your jutsu, Kushina said. What more, I check with the genin and it not good from them as all of them are cripple and can't become shinobi anymore as Sakura Ino, Neji Lee and Kiba are injured beyond, Tsunade said. I know many clan heads are upset and furious at this as I think I made a mistake making a deal with Naruto as he knew I would do something like this, Minato said. That brat, but what more, he has been holding back and now he might kill my babies in the finals, we can't let him do this, Kushina said. It too late and if we back of the deal it will make us weak and prove Naruto right about Konoha, Minato said. Are you serious? Look what happened in the preliminary rounds, that Gaara kid damage Lee leg while Naruto and his wives has brutally injure our friend's children to death. Kushina shouted. I know, damn it, but we can't let those bastards scared us, Minato shouted back as Tsunade calms them both down as Jiraiya came in through the window with a concerned and scared look. Minato, we have a problem at the prophecy, it change again and says more things that involve Naruto, Jiraiya said, shocking him, Kushina and Tsunade. What do you mean the prophecy change again and it involved Naruto? Minato said with shocked. The Grand Toad Elder said that a Dark King who has chosen his successor who has suffered a hard life and will take his revenge with the pox that his father gave him, Jiraiya said. So what do you think it, Naruto? Kushina said. Yes, as we made a big mistake, but there more, the prophecy also said that his queens will rule with him and take their revenge for their king, Jiraiya said. No, this can't, all this time we focus on the twins only to be revealed that it was that brat and now he and his lover will have their revenge on this village, Tsunade said. Jiraiya, are you sure that what the Toad Elder said? Minato said. Yes, Minato, which is why we need to find them and bring them back to the village but have them under our control, Jiraiya said. That won't happen, Naruto will kill us and destroy this village. For now we need to train Menma and Naruko as we still think they are the ones who will save the world, Kushina said. Kushina, don't you get it? Naruto is too strong and if that Iwa girl and that Otto girl didn't forfeit they will made it to the finals and I noticed something wrong with their chakra, Jiraiya said. Yeah, I checked the twins and it seems something black inside of them making them sick, but I don't know it yet, but for now they are ready to train, but not that much, Tsunade said. Good, Jiraiya, me and you will train Menma while Kushina and Tsunade train Naruko as both of them need to master what left of the Kyuubi power and win against Naruto, Minato said. Right away, as I want to train Menma in Toad Sage mode, Jiraiya said. I will train Naruko in Slug Sage mode and healing skills, Tsunade said. Good, for now we will head to the council meeting as many clan heads and elders want to know about what happened as the new civilian council with Pinky Haruno in charge want to be there, Minato said. Why did we have another civilians council? I hate to say this, but Naruto did a good thing killing the last one as I hate that bitch Mebuki for everything and now her sister even worse as her name is terrible, Kushina said. I know, but they won't had much said since we took all of their assets and now they obey us and the clan heads as we should thank the demon for get ridding of them, Minato said. Fine, let get this over with, I want to train my babies, Kushina said as the four left unknowing to them. A shadow fox heard this and left as another spy that said Root left to tell his master Danzo. Council meeting POV. Everyone was shouted and quarreling among with each other about the preliminary rounds as the door were open and it came Minato and the others as they came and take their seats. Now then, I know you all hear about the preliminary rounds and what happened to 6 of our genin, Minato said. You damn right, that Uchiha bitch hurt my niece, Pinky said, screeching as many clan head and elders had enough of her banshee scream as Minato glare at her as she was scared and quiet. Councilwoman Haruno, one more screeching and you will join your sister as you are here for your niece, that it, Minato said as Pinky glare at him as she and her civilians friends has lost their power ever since those two bitches kill Mebuki as she was in charge of her civilians affairs that made her friends stinky rich, but now Minato has took all of their assets and leaving them dirt poor as she wants to kill that demon and his whores. Damn you demon, you will pay Pinky through. Hokage, we must do something. That monster and his wives had brutal injure our children, and what worse, they uses your jutsu to beat them, Inochi said. I can believe my daughter is that ruthless, Fugaku said. They were gone for 6 years and they returned, but more cruel and violent, Hiyashi said. That demon brat hurt my son and summoned his wolves to maul Akamaru alive, Sume said. I know you all upset as we tried to find them but they disappeared and we don't know where they at, Minato said. Hokage-sama, how is that Naruto and Hinata has 2 legendary dojutsu, Shikaku said. I don't know, as we wanted to ask, no, demand them to hand over those dojutsu but they refused and glare at us and left, Minato said. Hokage, there's something that you are not telling us about, some prophecy, Danzo said as Minato and Jiraiya was shocked about how he know and glare at him as the council was confused. What prophecy are you talking about, Danzo? Sume said. I heard from a spy that the Toad prophecy has changed and it involved that demon brat Naruto, Danzo said as Tsunade and Kushina want to kill him for spying on clan secret, but it was too late. Danzo, I swear, but fine, I will tell everyone what happened, Minato said as he explained what the prophecy that Jiraiya told him, as everyone was shocked and scared but mostly outraged at this. So what you saying that Naruto is the child of prophecy the whole time and not Menma and Naruko, Makoto said. Yes, and now him and his wives will have their revenge on this village for what we did to them, Kushina said. Damn it, Minato, how can you be this foolish, and now our kids pay the price for you and your family actions, Fugaku said. I know, but still I believe that Menma and Naruko are the true saviors, Minato said. No, Hokage, you're wrong, as we heard about the match they fought, as while it shocked everyone that the IWA girl learned your jutsu, she could have had one if she didn't forfeit to Naruko, and the Auto girl knew she will win but decide to quit and left, Danzo said. I heard that fight as well. I think they want Naruto and his wives to finish your children off, Kaharu said. Minato and Kushina knew they are right, as they're thinking to bring Naruto back to the family and ask him to help his siblings. Regardless, what are we going to do about our children? They're injured and my baby girl is in a coma and won't wake up, Pinky said. What more, their shinobi career is over except for my son, but he won't move for a while, Choza said. For now, until Naruto and his wives come for the finals, we will have hope on my kids Sasuke and Hanabi, Minato said. Minato, about that we fear that Kiyomi will kill our son, as we need you to pull out the deal with you and Naruto, Makoto said. What, Makoto? Why, Kushina said, shocking. Kushina, don't you get it? We did this to Naruto, Kiyomi and Hinata 6 years ago and now they hurt 5 genin while that sandboy hurt guy's student, as I fear that your children Hiyashi daughter and my Sochi will end up the same way, as I can't take it, Makoto said, crying. Makoto, I understand, but it won't work, as if we did that you know your son won't accept this and many clients want to see our shinobi skills, Minato said. Please, Hokage-sama, is there a way to make sure our children won't suffer, Makoto said. No, but train your son hard and hope he survives, as so do you, Hiyashi. Train your daughter as well, Minato said. I will, as I ask her sensei to train her along with the Hyuga elders, but it will be hard without the clan scroll, Hiyashi said. Kakashi, Itachi and me will train Sasuke with his Sharingan and his fire element, but I fear it won't be enough to beat Kiyomi, Fugaku said sadly. Me and Tsunade will train Naruko while Minato and Jiraiya will train Menma with the fox power, even though it not that much, Kushina said. Yes, about that, how is that the demon has his power back? I thought you split the fox from his power, Sume said. I don't know, but once Naruto is defeated we will use him as our weapon and make him loyal to us, Minato said. Hokage-sama, I fear that won't work, as Naruto power is too much and we fear that he will go all out, Shibi said. Trust us, our kids will win. This meeting is over, Minato said as everyone left the council, as Jiraiya, Tsunade and Kushina was the only left with Minato. How are we sure that Menma and Naruko will win? You seem their health is getting worse and we still don't know what wrong with them, Kushina said. She right, I checked their health and beside their out of control chakra they seem fine, Tsunade said. Don't worry, me and Jiraiya will give our chakra to Menma while you and Kushina give your chakra to Naruko, as it will heal them for now, Minato said as Tsunade and Kushina nodded and left. Minato, did we mess this up with Naruto when he was still living here? Jiraiya said. I don't know, but it doesn't matter, he has betrayed this village and give my jutsu to Iwa as he an enemy of the family, Minato said. I hope you're right about this, Jiraiya said. Rookies Pav. The remaining rookies were discussing about what happened in the preliminary rounds as Shikamaru was upset and angry at his friend Injure and want to kill that bitch and Naruto. Guys, it looked bad for Sakura and the others as 5 of them except Choji can't become shinobi anymore as Sakura lost her right arm and in a coma, Sasuke said. Neji Ni-san is blind and has poison inside his body as many doctor tried to get rid of it but it too much, Hanabi said. Ino leg is broken badly as she can't use it anymore, Shikamaru said, upset. Lee lost his leg as well, that monster Gaara, I kill him, and that fanbitch, Tenten said. Not just them but that bastard Naruto and his whores, they're too ruthless, Naruko said. That demon stole my father jutsu and give it to that Iwa bitch and his whores as I tried to convince Kiyomi and Shizuka but they won't listen, Menma said. You should give up on those two, they won't like you, you're younger than them, Sasuke said. Guys, tell me, did we do this to them as Naruto, Kiyomi and Hinata had a harsh childhood in this village until they left and stole everything, Hanabi said. My mother is regretting what she did to Kiyomi, Sasuke said. Not our parents, but they seem less doubtful that me and Naruko will win, Menma said. I'm not surprised you see what Naruto did to Kiba and Akamaru as I still feel sick about those beasts did to Akamaru and now Kiba lost his manhood and never continue his clan, Shino said. Same with Neji-san, Hanabi said. Sakura will wake up and find out that she won't had kids of her own, Sasuke said. What about Ino, Lee and Choji, are they still have kids, Naruko said. Yes, but their dreams are crushed for good, Shikamaru said. You 4 please be careful, Naruto and his wives are no jokes and what worst is those 3 are hell-bent on killing y'all, Tenten said. I will crush my sister, Sasuke said. Hinata will fall, I don't care, she has the Tenseigan, I will win, Hanabi said. That loser has disgrace and stole from our family for the last time, we will crush him, Menma said. Naruto, you will die, Naruko said. Junin Pav. Kakashi, are you? Sasuke is ready to beat his sister, you saw what she did to Sakura and now she lost her right arm and never had kids of her own, Kurenai said. I will as me, Itachi and his father will train him hard, Kakashi said. I was hoping one of my students will made it to the finals but Shikamaru was upset while Choji and Ino are in the hospital with critically injured, Asuma said. Those monster, they gone too far, mostly that demon Naruto, how can he do that, summon those beasts to kill Akamaru, Kurenai said. What more, he has the Rinnegan while Hinata has the Tenseigan as those dojutsus are powerful, Kakashi said. We need to find them quick as it was still unyouthful what Naruto did to the Hokage jutsu, giving it to our enemy, guy said. How can he do this to his family, Iruka said. You mean the same family he was neglected and abused, Yugo said. 6 years of them gone, they were training hard while we got lazy and soft as this was a mistake entering our genin to the exams, Kakashi said. And now my student will face her sister, Kurenai said. Same with mine as Kiyomi had both mastered the Rasengan in both hands as she is a prodigy that was neglected, Kakashi said. But I fear that Kushina children will suffer the most, Yugo said. Yes, you're right, Anko said. Anko, you say that those 5 chakra was darker than Orochimaru, Kurenai said. Yes, as if I was staring into the abyss of hell, Anko said, shaking. One question, who is their master anyway, Asuma said. Some person named Merrick as he was Naruto father as well, guy said. So he denounced Minato sensei, can't say I'm not surprised, Kakashi said. Well, I guess that I should be heading to the Hyuga clan to train Hanabi, Kurenai said as she left. Man, to be honesty, I would had trained those kids myself if they didn't left the village 6 years ago, Anko said. Yes, we heard they were talent in the academy but we didn't acknowledge them, mostly me as I said some hurtful things to Naruto, Iruka said. It too late for that, for now we wait for the finals, Kakashi said. In 1 month the finals of the Chunin exams will begin and it will be the shock of a lifetime as Konoha will get it karma for what they did to 3 kids who suffer so much pain and misery but now they have the power to fight back. 1 month Pav. It now been a month and now the Chunin exam stadium is now packed with many civilian and shinobi from other villages get to see the match between the demon and his whores against the prince of the Uchiha, the princess of the Hyuga and the heroes of the Hokage children, as many people bet on them while only one person bet on the demon and his whores as many people want to know who the demon lover who side with that monster. Many Iwa civilians want to thank Naruto for giving them the Yondaime Jutsu but was shocked that Kuretsuchi decided to forfeit, but they knew she was no match for Naruto and his wives, so they don't blame her, and it will be funny to see the Hokage children suffer badly. In the arena only 8 genin are here as Naruto and his wives hadn't show up yet as the finals is about to start in a few minutes. Well, it seems that loser and his whores hasn't show up yet, Naruto said. They will, as they won't miss this, as we will crush them with our new jutsu that we learn in our training, Menma said. To be honesty, I hope you Konoha nins get crushed as 6 of your friends were weak and disgraces in the preliminary rounds, Temari said. No one was talking to you, bitch, and your demon brother will pay for what he did to Bushy Brown, Menma said as Gaara glare at him and want to kill him, but wait. HMPH, I can't believe you made it to the finals, but it was just luck that girl decided to forfeit and let your former brother handle you and your weak sister, Temari said. Now Temari, we don't talk to weaklings, it will bring shame to the village as we didn't lose everything 6 years ago, Kankuro said, smirking as Menma and his friends are upset and want to kill them. Soon you sand peasants will bow before us, Hanabi said. In the stands the rookies are here as Ino was in the wheelchair and wants to see her friends and cheer them all as Choji was still injured but show up and that bitch Shizuka to suffer. Kiba was furious as he can't have pups of his own and his shinobi career is over as he vows he will make that demon pay for this as he hoped Menma and Naruto win. So it seems that demon and his whores are not here yet, Shikamaru said. That green hair bitch broken my leg and now I can't become a shinobi anymore, Ino said with tears of rage. That monster Naruto kill my friend and destroy my manhood and I hope he suffers so much pain, Kiba said. Same here, that bitch gave me this X-mark scar in my chest and insult my clan as she will pay, Choji said. Has Neji still in the hospital, Tenten said. Yes, but he awakes but still have poison in him, but he will come here and see his cousin Match, Lee said, upset that he won't be a shinobi anymore. So only Sakura is not here and still in a coma, her aunt is crying in tears as she stays with her and never leave her side, Ino said. Let just hope those bastards don't come as they will be ruthless to Sasuke, Menma, Naruto and Hanabi, Shikamaru said. The Junin has seen only 8 people as Naruto and his wives hasn't show up yet and pray they never come. I hope those monsters don't come, Kurenai said. Doubtful many people from other villages came to see Naruto and his wives battle as they hear about their reputation and want to see them in action, Kakashi said. My children will crush that demon as I don't care, he the child of prophecy, he won't win, Kushina said. Kushina, you forget he has the Rinnegan and from what I sense his chakra is massive and he ruthless, you see what he did to Kiba, Kurenai said. And he will have his revenge against his former siblings for everything, and once he wins he will take the Uzumaki clan title and banished Menma and Naruto from the clan, Kakashi said. Never, I won't let that monster take what they're in the first place, he just a disgrace and a traitor to the family, Kushina said. She right, as once Naruto lose he will be a weapon for the village, Tsunade said. I pray my son to win against Kiyomi as I don't want him to die or worse, Makoto said. Same with my daughter as the Hyuga clan and her sensei train her hard, Hiyashi said. I hope you're right, but Hinata has the Tenseigan and she an excellent swordswoman, Yugo said as she was shocked at her Kiyomi and Naruto sword skills and want to learn from them. Minato and Jiraiya was looking as the arena and see only 8 genin there as Naruto and his wives hasn't shown up yet. That brat is not here yet, Jiraiya said. He won't forget the deal we made, Minato said as he sees 4 cages from different village has shown up as they greet the Hokage. Ah, fellow Kage, how nice that you all show up for the event, Minato said. Like wise Hokage, we heard all about your skill, genin, but what more shocked is the dark successor, the Dark Raven and the Dark Moon Goddess has made it to the finals, I said. Yes, and from what I know one of them is your former son that you and your family neglected, Onoki said with a smirk. And the Uchiha girl has suffered in her own clan, Mei said. Not to mention the Hyuga failure, I said. But what the biggest shock that all 3 of them stole every clan and caused damage to the village, and what foolish of you that 5 of your genin are brutally injured because of them, Rasa said, who really Orochimaru in disguise. Yes, oh, and I want to thank that brat for giving my granddaughter your prized jutsu, but I wish it was the Hiraishin no jutsu, Onoki said. Minato was upset and furious inside of him as he wanted to crush that old fence sitter and the other cages, but not right now. Wait, it seems they are not here, yet have they quit, Rasa said. Please, they will come as I want to see the Rinnegan and the Tenseigan I heard about, I said. How did those 2 brats have the legendary dojutsu, Onoki said. I don't know, but I want to ask them to join my village after the exams, Mei said. Wait, why should Kiri have those 5? Kumo should have them, I said. Sorry, even though he the former son of that idiot Yondaime, he has gained our trust as we should have them, Onoki said. Sorry cages, but my children will win and Naruto and his wives belongs to Konoha as the deal we made, Minato said. Hokage, please let be honesty, your children have become arrogant, and we heard about your dealing with Gato at Wave, how disgusting, Mei said frowning. And let not forget, if my granddaughter didn't forfeit, your daughter will lose that match, as I still upset at this, Onoki said. Minato was unhappy at this and hope his 2 good children beat that demon. Genma the ref was about to begin the finals, but then a big portal opened up as many people saw dark soldiers and female warrior wore red leather suits and armor as 6 people came out as all Konoha know who they are, as it was Naruto and his wives, but what's shocking is that man who has a evil aura. So it seems that we made it on time, Merrick said. Naruto Uzumaki, it that you and your wives, Genma said. Yes, and we bring our master with us and his army, but they will head back to the underworld, Naruto said. Minato and the cages saw Naruto and his wives and they sensed their overwhelming power, but what Minato see was that man, as he must be the one who trained Naruto. Now my successor, make your father proud, Merrick said. I will father as me and my wives will crush our opponents to death, Naruto said. Good, now I will head to the cage stand with my 2 loving ladies, Mord Sith, Merrick said as Dena and Kara joined him. Menma and his friends are shocked and upset that those demons has come, and what more, they got a lot stronger. So loser, it seems you have come good, I will make you pay for everything, Menma said. Naruto looked at Menma with disgust. Don't talk to me, worm, Naruto said as Menma want to kill him. Alright, the finals match of the Chunin's exams will now begin, as the first match will be Kiyomi vs Sasuke, as those who are not fighting will head Tati stands, Genma said as everyone left except the 2 Uchihas. So sister, it seems that I will crush you and make you pay for everything you did to our family, Sasuke said as his curse mark was glowing. I don't care about that family or you, but once I win, the Uchiha clan title will be mine, and you and that neglected family will fall, Kiyomi said. Merrick and his Mord Sith has reached to the cages as Minato was scared at his presence. Hello cages, I am the Dark King Merrick, and it looks like I get to see that asshole Hokage who made my son and successor suffer, Merrick said. My lord, you look weak, I can't believe you, your son, former father, Kara said. I agree, and I sense that red whore down there as she must be his former mother, Dena said. So you're Merrick and the one who trained that brat, Jiraiya said as he looked at his lover with a pervert grin as Kara and Dena beat him down and used their agils to give Jiraiya pain, as Merrick was laughing at this until he told them to stop. Jiraiya, are you okay, Minato said. Those weapons, they hurt like hell, Jiraiya said. What are those weapons, I said. Those are the agils, and a touch on human skin will make you feel unimaginable pain and torture, Merrick said. We use these to torture untrained women to teach them pain and pleasure, as Lord Naruto wives has those agils on them, Kara said. And they are getting good using them, Dena said. So only women can use those weapons, Mei said. Correct, but we won't train weak girls in this village, only Naruto-sama wives are worthily enough, Kara said. Minato, those women power, I can't use my chakra on them as they are deflecting my jutsu on me, Jiraiya said. We need to do something about them, Minato said. In the Junin stands, Kushina and her friends saw Merrick and his 2 women, and they are shocked and scared of their power. That Naruto master, he look handsome, Anko said. But those women, it seems they are the one who train our daughter, Fugaku said. And that man is Naruto father and Master, Makoto said. He must be the one who trained that brat, we must ask him to train our kids, Kushina said. That won't work, as I overheard that he hates this village for what we done to his son, Hana said. He not Naruto father, Minato is, Kushina said. Forget about it, no, we should watch the 2 Uchiha, Tsunade said. Naruto and his wives are in the stand far away from the weak rookies as they glare at him and his wives but brush them off as they see Gaara and his siblings with them. Why are you guys here, Kiyomi said. We wanted to speak to Naruto and Fu as we need you help to fix that seal that made Gaara suffer, Tamari said. Why don't you guys fear, as Hinata said. Yes, but surely you and Fu suffer the same fate as him, Kankuro said. Yes, we have, and we will help your brother, but after his match against Fu, as I can sense his tailed beasts is scared of us and won't do anything yet, Naruto said. Thank you, Naruto, Tamari said as she and her brothers left. I hope Sasuke-kun will win this match, Ino said. He will, he was trained by his family and Kakashi-sensei, Menma said. But look at the man who at the cage stands, he Naruto master and father, Naruko said. I will make him train me so I can become stronger, Menma said. In the arena the match will begin as Genma saw two Uchiha and signaled the match to start. Here come my power sister fire style fire grand ball jutsu, Sasuke said as the huge fireball came straight at Kiyomi, but she dodges it and used the Hiraishin to kick Sasuke behind and send flying to the wall. How pathetic if you weakling, this is all you got during the 1 month. I will be easy for me, Kiyomi said as she rushed at Sasuke with her taijutsu skills as Sasuke did the same. Both Uchiha was giving them all, but Kiyomi has the upper hand as she was brutally injure her brother. How are you so stronger than me? You're just a failure to the clan, Sasuke said. Because Doug, but I have 3 teachers that trained me well, as one of them is an Uchiha who see my potential, Kiyomi said, shocked Sasuke and his family. You lied there, no one in the Uchiha clan will train you, Sasuke said. It doesn't matter as I will go all out, Kiyomi said as she activate his Sharingan as Sasuke did the same. This is not over, bitch, fire style fire dragon jutsu, Sasuke said as the fire dragon head for Kiyomi, but she flew up, shocked everyone. Let me show one of my lighting jutsu that Azula trained me, Kiyomi said as she bends lighting and shoot at Sasuke as he was hit hard at his chest as Makoto and Fugaku was shocked at this. My baby, Makoto cried out. Sasuke was bleeding and almost lost conscious but still stands. I won't give up as I will show you my new jutsu that Kakashi-sensei trained me, Sasuke said as he used his left hand as lighting that sound like birds as Kiyomi land down in front of him. That jutsu is that? Yes bitch, is the Chidori, Sasuke said, finishing Kiyomi's sentence. Kakashi, are you crazy teaching Sasuke that jutsu, Kushina said. Sasuke need all the training his has, and you all saw what Kiyomi did to Sakura. I have no choice, Kakashi said. I agree with Kakashi, Sasuke know what he doing, he will win, Itachi said. The Chidori, it look weak, Naruto said. Kiyomi will handle it and it won't kill her, Fu said. Once everyone will know about our secret then they will fall in despair, Hinata said. That emo will be shocked, Shizuka said. Kiyomi want to dodge it but she was too late as Sasuke was heading straight at her with the intent to kill. Die Tratior. Sasuke shouted. No, Sasuke stop, Makoto said, but it was too late as he pierced the Chidori into Kiyomi's chest as many people was shocked at this as Makoto and Fugaku was crying in tears. Menma and his friends were happy to see the demon whore got killed. Sasuke felt something in his hands as he saw Kiyomi smirking at this as she pulls his left arm out of her body as this shocked everyone to the core. Well, that jutsu stings a bit but it was weak, Kiyomi said as to everyone horror there was no wound on her as it was the jutsu went through her body. How did my Chidori failed to kill you? Sasuke shouted with fear and angry look on his face. Simple, because I can't be killed as I am an immortal being, Kiyomi said, shocking the whole stadium. No, that not possible, you're lying, Sasuke said. Sorry but it true is me. My sister wives and Naruto are now immortal and can't die, Kiyomi said as she closes her eyes and to all Uchiha she unlocks the Mangekyo Sharingan as it was a raven-shaped look. Those eyes, you unlocked the Mangekyo Sharingan, Sasuke said. Yes, and now I want to show you another one of my teacher Raven skills, Kiyomi said as she uses her dark magic to summon a raven as it went at Sasuke as he tried to run but it was no use as the dark raven hit him full force as many saw Sasuke injure body and he was bleeding. Now brother, you see this power, this what true power is, unlike you and that bastard family who depends only their weak eyes. I trained my body and skills as I have unlocked the second stage of my Sharingan. Kiyomi said. In the stands the rookies was shocked at this revelation as Kiyomi has unlocked the Mangekyo and summoned a dark raven, but what's shocking the most is that she an immortal being now, and it not just her but Naruto and the others as well. How is that possible? Kiyomi is now immortal, Naruto said. Not just her but Naruto and his other wives as well, Ino said. This is a nightmare, which means they can't be killed, Kiba said. No, this can't be true, that demon and his lovers can't die, Naruto said. Damn you Naruto, you dare make my Kiyomi-chan immortal, Menma shouted with rage. Junin Pav. I don't believe this, how it this possible, Kurenai said. Kiyomi has unlocked her Mangekyo Sharingan, but what more, she is an immortal person, Kakashi said. And it not just her but Naruto and the others as well, Asuma said. Makoto, Fugaku and Itachi are shocked at Kiyomi's talent and becoming an immortal as they can't do anything now. Kushina and Tsunade was shocked at this as they need to do something about Naruto immortally. In the cages, Minato and Jiraiya were shocked at this. Naruto and his wives are immortal, and what more is Kiyomi unlocked her Mangekyo Sharingan. That impossible, no way, that true, Jiraiya said. It is mortal, as Naruto and his wives are now immortal and can't be killed or age, and they will stay young forever, Merrick said. Orochimaru was grinning madly as he found his true vessels, as he will take them and become immortal forever. My, that amazing, Mei said. Agree, but still it doesn't seem fair, but who cares, Onoki said. So all 5 of them are immortal forever and we can't kill them, I said. Suna will have them, as we need powerful shinobi, Rasa said. Minato, we need to find a way to keep them here as they can't be killed anymore, Jiraiya said. I agree to think Naruto and his wives has become unkillable, Minato said. Naruto and his wives was upset at this, but it doesn't matter. Well, it looked like we've been found out, Naruto said. Damn it, Kiyomi, I was supposed to do that, Hinata said. It doesn't matter, but right now it seems many people are scared of us and want to have that power as well, Shizuka said. Let them try, we will crush them, Fu said. Sasuke was still standing as his body was still injured and looked at Kiyomi with rage. It doesn't matter that you're immortal, I will beat you, Sasuke said. Like you can, but I want to show you something that will shock everyone, Kiyomi said as she was covered in a black raven humanoid avatar, as this shocked Fugaku and the Uchiha clan. Sasuke was shocked at this giant raven creature. What did that giant thing, Sasuke said, scared. This is what I call the Susanoo, Kiyomi said. Susanoo, how, Sasuke said. Only those who has unlocked the Mangekyo Sharingan will have this power, and I have mine, so you will lose, Kiyomi said. I don't think so, summoning jutsu, Sasuke said as he summons a giant hawk named Tak as he bows to his master. Oh, you have a summoning, well, guess what, I have mines as well, Kiyomi said as this shocked everyone as she summoned some hand signs as she summoned a black raven. Lady Kiyomi, how can I help you, Saya said. Handle that weak bird while the Uchiha is mine, Kiyomi said as Saya nodded and attacked the hawk as both bird were flying as Kiyomi was in her Susanoo and rushes at Sasuke as he tried to dodges it, but it was too fast for him. Damn it, not only she has a summons but her Susanoo is too powerful for me, Sasuke said. Kiyomi saw the feat into pair from her brother as this made her happy. You see that, Sasuke, this is my power and hard training, but it not like you understand, as you and my so-called family and the clan has made my life suffer, as I can think all the times of seeing you and them having fun and laughing while I was left out in the cold and alone. Those red-eyed bastards look at me with disgust and hatred because I was weak, and what more, that bitch of a mother forced me to marry that ugly son Menma as I was alone, abused and neglected, Kiyomi said angrily as she was beating Sasuke to death as she got to him and deactivated her Susanoo. You Sasuke Uchiha are the most spoiled brat TNAT I ever since, and now look at you on the ground beating and injured, Kiyomi said as she punched him over and over again as she saw her raven killed that weak bird as her master told her to head back as Saya nodded as poof out. My summon you, bitch, Sasuke said, but Kiyomi stabs him with her sword as many people hears Sasuke screams of pain and torture as Kiyomi was laughing at his pain. Sasuke was yelling in pain as Kiyomi was stabbing him over and over again. This is for the time you kicked me down, she stabs his hand. This is for getting me in trouble for something I didn't do, she stabs him in his legs. And this is for calling me a weak disgrace, Uchiha, she finished as she slashed Sasuke both eyes as he was blind. Makoto was crying in tears seeing her 2 children fighting and what more, her son being tortured. Please, Kiyomi, no more, we are sorry that we made you suffer, Makoto safe. Sister, please, that enough, you already won, no more violence, Itachi said. Kiyomi hears her family as she gave them a cold, uncaring look as this shocked everybody as she looked back at Sasuke as he was crying in tears. Sister, please, no more, I sorry that I made you suffer, forgive me, Sasuke said, crying as to his shock he heard his sister laughing evilly. You think your petty tears and apology will make me forgive you or that clan? Never, Kiyomi said as she used her lighting Rasengan and slam it into Sasuke's chest as Sasuke was screaming loudly as he was on the floor as Kiyomi left, but before that she uses wood-style wood cage as Sasuke was trapped in a cage. How you can use wood-style, Sasuke said as his eyes was still gone but sensed the wood chakra. My final master trained me as he fought the first Hokage and somehow copy his jutsu, Kiyomi said. Wait, you don't, me, Sasuke said. Yes, brother, I was trained by the ghost of the Uchiha clan, Madara Uchiha, Kiyomi said as this shocked everyone to the core as the legendary Uchiha trained this girl as they fear her power now. No, this can't be true. Why you? Sasuke said. Because he was disappointed in the clan and saw my skills, as it was an honor to be trained by the legend himself, Kiyomi said as she uses fire magic to burn the cage as Sasuke was screaming until he stopped as everyone see the burned body of Sasuke as he was unconscious as Kiyomi was looking at this and laughs hard. This is goodbye Sasuke, Kiyomi said as she left. Genma saw Sasuke down as he can't continue. The winner of the first match is Kiyomi Uchiha, and what more, since it was a clan match, Kiyomi Uchiha is now the leader of the Uchiha clan, Genma said as the Uchiha clan was shocked while the rest of the population was cheering hard as Mikoto, Fugaku, and Itachi was worried about Sasuke as the medics take him to the hospital. Kiyomi went to the stands as she was hugged by her sister wives as Naruto came up to her and kissed her. You did it, Kiyomi-chan, you beat that arrogant emo, Naruto said. Thank, but I sorry about revealing our secret, Kiyomi said. Ah, no worries, it will happen sooner or later, but now you should be happy you have your clan title back, but I hope you kill your brother, Hinata said. He will die, but not yet, Kiyomi said. Now then, who next to fight in the second rounds, Fu said. I think it minds, Shizuka says as she look at Temari and both look at each other. Rans wait. Rookies Pav. No, this can't be happening, Sasuke-kun lost, Naruto said. What worse, his summoning bird lost and killed by Kiyomi, Raven Menma said. But how can she learn wood style, Shinata Senju Kiba said. I don't know, but what more is she was trained by Madara Uchiha, as the Uchiha clan will be upset about this, Shikamaru said. How can we beat them, they're immortal and powerful, Hanabi said. This is too much, that demon and his wives are too powerful to live, and now Sasuke is at the hospital with burn injuries, Menma said. We need to stay away from them as possible, Shikamaru said. Junin Pav. My baby, Mikoto said, crying as Fugaku hold his wife as he was shocked at this. How is this possible that Kiyomi can use wood style, Tsunade said. What more, she has a summoning that more powerful than Sasuke, Kakashi said. Guys, are you not concerned that Kiyomi was trained by the legendary Madara Uchiha, Asuma said. How is that possible, he trains her, Itachi said. What more is that he was disappointed in the Uchiha clan, Izumi said. I told you, Kushina, that Naruto and his wives are too powerful, and now my baby is burned and injured, and it all your and Minato fault, as I told you both to pull out the deal. Mikoto said, shouted as she left in tears as Fugaku ran after her but stops. She right, the deal that you and your husband did was a mistake, but we are to blame as well for Kiyomi's suffering, as we will live with the shame, Fugaku said as he left. Kushina was shocked at this as she felt saddened as Tsunade hold her. Maybe she right, if Minato and I didn't make that deal with Naruto, then Sasuke and the others will be fine, Kushina said, crying. You're right, but it's too late now, as we have to had hope for Menma and Naruto to win, Tsunade said. How you all heard about Naruto immortally, he will crush them easily, Hiyashi said. Because we have hope and those two will find a way, Tsunade said. Cage's Pav. I don't believe it, Sasuke lost and now the Uchiha clan now belong to Kiyomi, Jiraiya said. What more, Sasuke summons was weak against her, Minato said. But is this really true that she was trained by Madara Uchiha, Onoki said. Yes, she was, and now she almost closes to him, Merrick said. Then she might be an enemy to Konoha or maybe the elemental nation, I said. If you mess with her and her family, Kara said. It Konoha fault that all of this happened, Dena said. Hokage, this mess is yours and the village fault, I said. Minato was thinking to find a way to stop them as he still has hope that his kids and Hanabi to win their match. Please you three, it up to you to win and beat the demon, Minato said. Everyone was still shocked about the last match as many fangirls who loves Sasuke was upset at this and want to kill the bitch but can't due to her immortally. But also, she was trained by Madara as many Uchiha members was thinking about bringing her back to the clan and begs her to spare those who made her life suffer. Mikoto and Fugaku are in the hospital now as they heard Sasuke conditions and it was bad. But he'll live, unfortunately he will be upset a bit, his sperm destroy and won't continue the clan as Mikoto was in sobbing tears and want to fix things with her daughter but it too late. Now the second match is about to begin as Genma call out Shizuka and Temari to the arena as many people from Konoha boo at Shizuka because she refuses to marry the Hokage's son and be with that demon. Choji was glaring at her hard as he wants that bitch to lose and suffer as Shikamaru feel the same and hope this bitch dies or suffer. Menma was upset at this, he tried everything to make Shizuka his but failed and now he lost to her by his older brother that he despises and now she and him along with the other girls will live forever as this infuriated him to no ends. Damn you Naruto, must you take everything FROMMMEANDNNOW, you have two girls that I want as they are happy to be with you forever, Menma said angrily. So who going to win, because both girls I hate, but I hope is that Kunoichi girl, Tenten said. I heard she from a village only of Kunoichi everywhere, Kiba said, perverted. Yes, it true is pervy sage want me to challenge this girl and win, but I lost to her so many times and she look at me with hate and disgust as I was nothing to her, Menma said. And now she with Naruto as both of them are happy, Naruko said, upset at this. Damn you Naruto, how can you have 4 girls that loved you, Kiba said. To be honesty, I hope him and those whores die, even if they're immortal I wish them gone, Ino said. Same here, Hanabi said. Junin Pav. Kushina was still upset about that girl not married to Menma and now she with Naruto as she can't do anything now but watch. This is the girl that idiot Jiraiya want Menma to marry, no wonder she refused, she too strong, Kurenai said. I heard she from village only of Kunoichi, Asuma said. It true, and Jiraiya remember a deal he made as if Menma wins he married her but he lost and was worthless in her eyes, Tsunade said. Then how did she end up with Naruto, Kakashi said. Because he saves her from that puppet man and tell her she chooses someone she loves, add she hates her village laws and now she free but still have a crush on him, Kushina said. Wow, that makes sense and I not surprised at her choosing Naruto, Anko said. She shouldn't be with him, but she had to be a bitch about it and now her village is loyal to Naruto as we can't attack it, Kushina said, but she felt a cold glare as she looks at Naruto group and was scared to death. Kushina, are you okay? Hana said. Yes, I'm fine, Kushina said, breathing as she felt Naruto power and keep quiet. Cage Pav. Cage, do you think your daughter will win? I said. Yes, she will, but I want to see this girl action as she has wind nature like her, Rasa said. Jiraiya was upset at this girl, not only she beat Menma too many times but now she like Naruto, an immortal being, as this enrage him. That bitch, I will make her married Menma, Jiraiya said. I dare you pervert and see what happened, because I despise weak and pathetic shinobi as I heard everything about you, Jiraiya the weakest Sannin out of the 3, Merrick said. How dare you call me weak? Do you know who I am? Jiraiya the toad sage, Jiraiya said. Does it look like I cared? You're nothing but a sad pervert who writes that disgusting book and peep on women bathhouse with no shame, Merrick said as May Dena and Kara glare at him. What more, that snake Orochimaru is better than you, Kara said. You're nothing but an insignificant worm that should die alone, Dena said. Jiraiya was upset and wanted to kill those bastards, but Minato stopped him. Enough, Jiraiya forgets about them and watch this match, Minato said. Fine, I just hope that Suna girl wins, Jiraiya said. Temari and Shizuka was facing each other as the second rounds is about to begin. Begin, Genma said. Wind style, great task of the dragon, Temari said as the dragon appeared and went at Shizuka, but she slashes it with her sword. Not bad, but I can do better. Wind magic, wind phoenix, Shizuka said as the phoenix appeared and attacked Temari as she defends herself but was blown away hard. This shocked Kankuro and Gaara as they knew Temari is the wind mistress in Suna, but now she being pushed back by this girl. Temari got up and her fan broken a bit but still one piece. Your skills in wind nature is powerful, how can you do that? Temari said. Simple, I am one with the wind as I can control all wind everywhere, Shizuka said as the wind around her was getting stronger. Question, I heard that pervert Jiraiya was trying to force you married that red hair boy who was lucky to get in the finals, Temari said as Menma was upset at this and want to kill this bitch. Yes, but like before then he was weak as he never trains in his life and was being a pervert and boasting himself as the son of the Yondaime all the time. No wonder Naruto-kun hates his weak brother and his worthless family, Shizuka said. Well, that makes sense, but I want to see your village as it had strong kunoichi and not weak fangirls unlike Konoha, Temari said, getting glares from Ino and Naruko. I will show you sometime, but now let get focus on the match as I do believe I'm winning, Shizuka said. Please, I just getting to start summon jutsu, Temari said as she summons a weasel as this shocked Shizuka. You have a summoning, Shizuka said. Yes, that right, do you? Temari said. Yes, as I will show you, Shizuka said as she done some hand signs and summon a phoenix. Everyone was shocked to see a legendary phoenix appeared as Jiraiya want that summon contract and give it to Menma. Menma will have that contract, Jiraiya said. Many kids want to see this bird and want it feathers. Mommy, I want that bird, her daughter said. Sorry sweetie, she belongs to her master, her mother said as she was shocked at this. Menma was impressed with Shizuka's summon contract as he wanted for himself. Lady Shizuka, how can I help you? Skyrus said. Let's show our wind power to everyone, Shizuka said as she and Skyrus attacked Temari and her weasel as Skyrus was holding the weasel tight and blow it away with dust storm as Temari tried to save her friend. But she was pushed back by Shizuka's sword as both of them are fighting in sword versus fan. Let me show you what my master taught me as I have wind breathing, Shizuka said. Wind breathing, what that Temari said. Watch wind breathing first form dust whirlwind cutter, Shizuka said as she slashes Temari, attacks and kicks her to the wall. That impressive, who taught you that? Temari said. My master Sanemi Shinazugawa, Shizuka said. Can he train me in wind breathing? Temari said. Sorry, but he died when I met him because the curse he had, so it not possible, but I can train you, Shizuka said as Temari was happy to hear that. Rookies Pav. Menma and Naruko want to learn about wind breathing as both of them has wind nature as learn sword skills as they will demand that bitch to train them. Wind breathing is perfect for us, Naruko said. And if we learn it, we can be more powerful than that demon scum, Naruto, Menma said. Problem, you two, only Shizuka can learn it, and do you think she will teach those who hates her lover? Ino said. She right so forgets about it, Choji said. Never, she will teach us this or else, Naruko said. And I won't give up on her, married me as I will make myself immortal and to be with her, Menma said. Good luck with that if you survive facing Naruto as I think he going to kill you both, Ino said. We will win, Menma and Naruko said. Junin Pav. Kushina was thinking that she can teach Menma and Naruko wind breathing as both of them can use wind nature and it will be perfect for her and Menma to get along. Kushina, I know what you are thinking and forget it, there no way she will train those two who hate her lover, Tsunade said. But I will be a good thing for those two to learn from her, Kushina said. Have you forgotten what you and Minato tried to do in Wave Village, and beside it looks like it will take years for those two to learn as they are slow learners, Tsunade said. And Naruto will kill them and you if you suggest that, Kakashi said. I don't care, I will make her and Naruto to train them, Kushina said as she left. This won't be good, Kurenai said. Naruto and his wives will end her like they did to her in the preliminary rounds, Asuma said. Cage Pav. Minato and Jiraiya were thinking that Menma and Naruko will learn wind breathing as it will be perfect for them to get stronger. I know you're both thinking and forget it, Naruto wife won't trained weak scums, Merrick said. But it will be perfect for those two to learn since both of them has wind nature, Jiraiya said. Please, you want that ugly boy to want to be with my son lover as it disgusting to do that, you frog scum, Dena said. My lord, we should kill this man, he disgusts us every time we see him, Kara said. Forget him, it will be a waste, but if he tries anything then you both can kill him and his pet Hokage won't do anything if he knows what good for him, Merrick said. Hokage, your Sanden is foolish to think the boy wives will train those weak children of yours, I said. I hope that unattractive son of your dies in his match as he too weak and worthless, Mei said. I can't believe he made it this far, he should be out of the exams, Onoki said. Minato and Jiraiya were upset at this and will find a way for the twins to get stronger. Back in the arena, Shizuka told her summon Skyrus to head back as Skyrus nodded and left as she saw Temari on the ground, heavy injury and her weapon badly damaged. Do you give up now? You're beaten and badly injured, you can't win, Shizuka said. Sorry, but I can here to win and show everyone that not all kunoichi are disgrace, unlike Konoha, Temari said. You're not a disgrace, kunoichi, as you are strong and will get even stronger in the future if you train, and besides you're from Suna, not this dump, you shouldn't care about those fangirls as I wish I get to see you fight in the preliminary rounds. But that weak panda had to cry and forfeit, Shizuka said as Tenten got angry at this. Even still I won't lose as this will be my final attack, wind style, great wind, violent wall, Temari said as the giant vortex of wind was heading to Shizuka as she was smirking at this. You really are strong, Temari of the sand, but it not enough to beat me, wind style Rasengan sword slash, Shizuka as she made the Rasengan and absorb it to her sword and slash the vortex hole as Temari was shocked and fallen unconscious as Genma saw this and look at Shizuka. The winner of the second match is Shizuka, Genma said as Shizuka grabbed Temari and take her to her group as Kankuro and Gaara was worried about their sister as Shizuka told them she'd been fine as she is resting and getting healed by Hinata. You did it, Shizuka-chan, Naruto said as he kissed her, making her moan and blush as Menma saw this and got angry. Damn it, that should be me kissing her, he threw. Guess that sand girl was not strong enough, Shikamaru said. Damn it, I was hoping she won, Choji said. Who care, I glad that bitch lost, Tenten said. That girl used dad jutsu again but absorb it to her sword, Naruko said. We must learn how to do that, Menma said as both of them are feeling not good, But they pull through and tough it out. Junin Pav. Damn it, I was hoping that Sand Girl wins, Asuma said. Well, I'm not surprised at this, she is a powerful kunoichi. But I hate her for berated all kunoichi in this village as not all of us are fangirls, Kurenai said. It that younger girls who to blame for this as all of them are weak, Yugo said. Mostly Sakura Ino and Naruko Enko said. Hey, my goddaughter is not that much of a fangirl, Tsunade said. I saw her and the Banshee sister was stalking Sasuke to his home, Itachi said as Azumi was angry at this. This is why I don't like girls who only care for boy instead of training, Azumi said. I glad Hanabi is not like them, Hiyashi said. Has Kushina returned yet, Kakashi said. No, but I get the feeling something bad will happen, Guy said. Who matches next, Asuma said. It Kankuro vs Shino, Tsunade said. Cage Pav. Well, Cage your daughter is strong but not strong enough, Merrick said. Well, at least she not like those weak kunoichi in this village, Rasa said as Minato glare at him. I assure you not all of my kunoichi are disgraceful, Minato said. Yeah right, your daughter fought my granddaughter, and she told me that yours was weak and a waste of time, Onoki said. How shameful to be in the same gender as those girls, Mei said. Minato, we need to fix this kunoichi fangirls problem, Jiraiya said. Yeah, you're right, as Naruto wives is the perfect match to train those weak girls, Minato said. So, who next, I said. My son and that bug freak, Rasa said. The third match between Kankuro vs Shino will begin, Genma said. Kankuro forfeits as Shino is the winner, as Rasa was not worried at all. How pathetic, he quits before he even fights, I said. Cage your child is weak, Onoki said. It no bother to me at all, Rasa said as Orochimaru was waiting for Gaara match. So, who next for the fourth match, Mei said. It the battle of two Jinchuriki, Minato said. I heard her village kick her out, what fool, just like Konoha, I said. We didn't kick out that brat, he left on his own, Minato said. And look what happened, I just hope this girl and that Gaara boy won't destroy this village, Mei said. My son wife will handle it as she has been training her beast power, Merrick said. Wait, she friends with her Biju, Minato said. Yes, and now she will win, Merrick said. Fu-chan, are you ready to face Gaara, Naruto said. I am and will help him with his suffering, Fu said as she went down to the arena as Gaara was there waiting for her. Now Gaara, let's see who the powerful Jinchuriki is, Fu said. Mother will crush you, Gaara said. The fourth match will about to begin, Genma said. Fu and Gaara are getting ready to start their match as many Konoha civilians and shinobi was booing at Fu, mostly a certain blonde ponytail, as she wants that bitch who destroy her leg to die and suffer. Fu looked at the crowd of Konoha and unleashed her giant killer intent as this shut everyone up for good. I swear it just like my old bastard village, Fu said. Gaara can tell this girl has suffered the same fate as him, as he was alone and unwanted by everyone in his own village. Even his siblings were scared of him, even though it was their father who cursed him to be the Jinchuriki. Mother says that you have suffered the same life that I did, Gaara safe. Yes, and not just me but my Naruto-kun as well, as we have crappy horrible parents who damn us to hell, Fu said. I see, but I will prove my existence by beating you, Gaara said. Sorry Gaara, but you won't win, but I will save you from your pain, Fu said. Start the match, you worthless human, she added as Genma sees both contestant ready and begin the match. Sand tsunami, Gaara said as the sand of tsunami was heading at Fu, but she flew up with her wings and used water style bug of water as the bug of water came and made the sand hard as it was Gaara weakness. You won't beat me, Gaara, my water is more powerful than your sand, Fu said. I'm not done yet, I need people to see me as me and not the demon, you should know that, as we wanted for people to accept us, Gaara said. Maybe, but tell me, Gaara, and be honestly, do you really think people will accept you if you do good things and be loyal to your village, Fu said as Gaara was thinking about it as he was doubtful. No, because no matter what you trying to do, those bastards in your village will never accept you as long you carried the Biju, Fu said. I can still try and there nothing you can convince me, Gaara said as he made sand twister and attack Fu as she is trap. What do you know about pain, huh? You are a Jinchurki like me and I see you happy all of time. Have you ever faced the harsh glares and being shunned by our own family, and what worse, you parents made you to be a weapon? Gaara shouted. Naruto was upset at Gaara life as he and his wives was looking at his siblings. Is this true? Both of you shun him and fear of him, Naruto said as his power was rising. Yes, we are so ashamed of ourselves as our bastard of a father placed the one-tail spirit into his youngest child to be a weapon for the village, Temari said, crying. He wanted to be loved, but many people hate him because that beast inside of him kill many of our own, and what more, his uncle blames him for his mother death, Kankuro said. Why did you both didn't help him with the pain, Hinata said. We wanted to, but father forbids us to even speak to him as we are nothing to him, Temari said, as she wanted her family back, but that man only wanted power. Naruto Uzumaki, we heard that you are like Gaara and you suffer in this village until you left, is this true, Kankuro said. Yes, it is, as that bastard Hokage and his frog sensei made me a fucking scapegoat of this village while he favorites those weak siblings of mine, as that not all that kin deserter bitch Kushina was a Jinchuriki as well, but she chooses to be one as she is a traitor to our kind, Naruto said. That not all, it was a damned Uchiha who released the fox out of the bitch and control him to destroy that village, Kiyomi said, as she wanted to find that masked Uchiha and kill him in cold blood. Making that weak Hokage split the soul from the chakra and made his eldest suffer while he trains those ugly children for some bullshit prophecy, Hinata said. Kankuro and Temari was shocked at this and feel they wanted to kill that dumbass Hokage and his family. But what about Fu, how she suffers, Temari said. That up to her, as I don't want to tell her past without her permission, Naruto said. Naruto and his wives along with the Sand siblings turn around as saw Kushina as all of them glare at her. What do you want, bitch, Naruto said. Naruto, I demand you, Shizuka and Kiyomi, to tell us how you gain immortally, as my children will need it, Kushina said. Fuck off, bitch, as we won't tell you shit, Naruto said. Demon, you dare defy your better, Kushina said, but she was wrapped in chains as Hinata and Kiyomi had enough of her and beat her to the ground hard as Kushina was screaming in pain and begs to stop. How can a mother be so heartless to her own son, Hinata said. Because she trashes an akin deserter as she liked Naruto but forgot her roots as being in Konoha made her forget who she is, Kiyomi said. Shizuka glare at her as she won't train those two brats or married that weak son of her as she kicked her to the wall as she was bleeding. Leave us alone, bitch, or you will suffer for worse than death, Shizuka said. Kushina was defiant. She felt a sword to her neck as it was Naruto who looked at her with his red eyes as Kushina was scared for the first time and run away crying. I really want to kill that bitch, Naruto said. You will, but let watch the match, my love, Kiyomi said. Fu was inside the twister as she wasn't scared, and she uses her Bijudama to destroy the twister as she glares at Gaara. I know how it feels to being looked down and getting glares at, as it was a mask to hide my pain as I was 5 and was abandoned by my own mother as she didn't wanted to have a child who carries the beast inside of her. I was being picked on and bullied for my whole life until my Naruto-kun saved me and kill those monsters who tried to kill me, as I will get stronger for him and take my revenge on that damn village, and Konoha, Fu said. Many people were shocked at this as Konoha was scared that they will die. Rookies Pav. HMPH who care that bug bitch suffer in her old village, Ino said. I glad her mother did a good thing, leave her to die, Naruko said. But that demon had to interfere and now she will crush our village, we won't let that happen, Menma said. We must kill them, or they kill us, Hanabi said. How through she and the others are immortal, and not to mention she has the beast inside of her, Kiba said. We will find a way, Shino said. Junin Pav. We must stop her and Naruto from destroying the village, Kakashi said. She like him being hated in the village and what more abandoned by her mother, Yugo said. I know it's sad, but that not our problem as she was worthless to her village, but now that brat had to save her, Tsunade said. I agree as she and Naruto are demons in human skin, Kushina said, coming in with major injuries as Tsunade was shocked. Kushina, what happened, Tsunade said. That brat and his whores did this to me, and what more, they call me a kin traitor and a worst mother, Kushina said angrily. Those bastards, I kill them, Tsunade said. No, you can't, they are immortal, have you forget, and they are strong, we need to have faith on our students, Kurenai said. She right, once Menma and Naruto beat that demon I will make him suffer 100x times over and make Dor who his master is, Kushina said with mad in her face. Cage Pav. Minato, this girl and that brat are a threat to the village, we need to stop them, Jiraiya said. I agree and make that girl into our weapon as her village failed to control her, but we will handle her, and that demon, Minato said. Do you fool that Mu-sun will let your weak scums do this to his wives, he will level this village to the ground, Merrick said. He not your son, he belongs to me, Minato said. You abandoned him for those brats of your, you have no right, and once he crushes you children, he will take everything away from you, Kara said. I can't wait to see your children, screams in agony, Dena said. Hokage, they are right throughout the exams. His wives are dominating the exams with ease as your Uchiha lost, and now I think your children and that Hyuga girl join him with the rest of the genin, I said. It proves that Konoha has gotten soft and lazy under your rule, Onoki said. Arena Pav. Gaara. I understand that you wanted to kill those in your village that made you suffer, but you can't do that while you acting crazy. How about you joined us and we will live in a village where we don't have to suffer from those bastards, Fu said. Gaara was shocked at this as he wanted to have a friend to care for him, but the tailed beast inside of him is making him crazy again as he can't control his body and made so much scream and rage as sand was around him and made him transform into the one tail as many people was scared and tried to run, but so much sand was blocking the entrance. The demon is here, please someone save us, Konoha civilian said. I know it a bad idea to let demons enter the exams and now we are all going to die, a sand shinobi said. Shukaku saw many people scared and afraid as he laughs at them. Finally I free from that weak host of mine and now I get to run rampage in this village, Shukaku said. Hey ugly, you forget you're facing me, Fu shouted as Shukaku saw this and laughs. Ha, you're just a girl who has one of my weak siblings inside of you, and I sense that idiot Kurama got trapped. How pathetic he is, Shukaku said. Naruto hears his partner wanted to beat his ass again as he told him that Fu and Chome will handle it as Kurama nodded and sleep. Naruto-kun, what wrong with that raccoon dog, Hinata said. Well, he the youngest out of the tailed beast and always mess with his host as Kurama and Chome always beat his ass too many times and now, he going to get another beating, Naruto said. Well, I hope Fu don't kill Gaara, he's still inside, Temari said. Don't worry, she won't, Hinata said. Fu was laughing as she looks at Shukaku with a smirk as she summons her tiger to appeared. Many people in the stands was shocked to see this girl has the tiger summons as Jiraiya want to know where this girl find the tiger summon. Rookie's Pav. That tiger is cool, Choji said. How did she had the tiger summon, Naruko said. I don't know, but it will be mine as I am the child of prophecy. I should have that summon, Menma said. This is not fair, that bitch was holding back against me and now she has a powerful summon, Inio said. Guys, we need to do something, Shikamaru said. I thought she might transform into the seven tails, Shino said. She will look at her Tenten said as her friends did. Junin's Pav. How did this girl have the tiger summon? No one can find it because it was lost, Kushina said. I don't know, but we need to ask Naruto where to get them as we need more summon for the village, Tsunade said. That won't happen, Naruto will kill us all. Have you forgot what he did to Kushina? Anko said. That doesn't matter, he stills need to tell us or else as I tired of that demon getting more stronger than my babies, Kushina said. Same here, he should be dead on that night, but he defies his duty, Tsunade said. But then all Junin felt fear as they look and see Naruto glaring at them hard as he hears everything they said. Oh, shit, he heard, and his power is terrifying, Kurenai said. We should not talk anymore unless we want to die, Asuma said. Kushina felt fear and her heart was about to stop but survive as she pukes out vomit, making everyone shocked at this. This monster, he scares me to no end, he must die, Kushina said. Cage Pav. Jiraiya and Minato were unhappy at this. The tiger summon which they are looking for is now in the hands of the girl who is married to Naruto. Damn it, we have been looking for powerful summon but now it too late as this girl has it, Minato said. What more is she might use it against this village, we must stop her, Jiraiya said. I glad she has a tiger summon but I was hoping for a bug summon, Kara said. It is shame that they all die eons ago, Dena said. But I hope she spares that boy as he is like her and my son a Jinchuki who was hated by his own people. I swear you people are hypocrites, placing beast into children and calling them demons. That idiot Hashirama was a fool to create Jinchuki, Merrick said. Watch what you say about the first Hokage, Jiraiya shouted, but he was hit hard by Kara as she uses her Agiles to make Jiraiya screams in pain. No one shouts at my master and lives, Kara said. That enough, Kara the fool has learned his lesion, Merrick said as Kara nodded and left. Hokage control that man, he has shame your village, I said. Minato was upset at this as he looks at Jiraiya and told him to stand down as he nodded but vows to kill him and his whores. Shukaku saw this tiger as he felt the growl at him as he was scared. That tiger gets her away from me, Shukaku said. Lady Fu, you want me to crush him, Tigara said. Not yet, Chome wants to beat her sibling to the ground, Fu said as she transforms into the seven tails as Chome appeared and glares at her younger brother with hate. You useless Tanaki, you have shame us for the last time, Chome shouted. Shut it bitch, I sick and tired of you and the others telling me what to do, but now I free from my host and will crush you, Shukaku said, but he was trapped in chains as Tigara used her fangs of light to bite him hard as Chome used her tail beast bomb and hit Shukaku head on as the explosion came in and covered the arena. Everyone was wondering what happened as the smoke clears out and it showed the seven tail and the tiger and no Shukaku as they saw Gaara on the floor unconscious as Chome reverted back to Fu as Tigara poof out to the summon world. Gaara was awake and was scared as Fu went up to him. Please stay back, get away from me, Gaara said. No, Gaara is over, you're now in control of your own body, Fu said as she hugs him, making Gaara cried in tears. Thank you, Fu, Gaara said. No problem, so what are you going to do? Are you still ready for the match? Fu said. No, I want to go home, Gaara said as he told Genma that he forfeits as Genma nodded. The winner of the fourth match is Fu, Genma said as Fu and Gaara went back to the stands as Kankuro and Tamari hugged their younger brother and apologies in tears. Gaara, we are sorry for everything, Tamari said. Please forgive us for not being there with you, Kankuro said. I will just take me away from here, Gaara said as both of his siblings nodded as they took him and left, not before telling Naruto about the invasion, and Orochimaru is working for their father as Naruto and his wives needs to tell Merrick about this, but after the final match as they nodded and see them left. Naruto-kun, why we wait to tell Merrick-sama about the invasion, Hinata said. Because he wants his successor to fight his match, and I think he knows something not right about the case, Cage, Naruto said. He right, but for now, Hinata, your match is next, are you ready? Kiyomi said. Yes, time to make that Hyuga bitch suffer for all the times she made me suffer, and that clan will join her in the suffering, Hinata said. Then after her match is over it will be my turn as I want to settle with my bastards of my siblings, Naruto said. Can wait, Shizuka said. Beat that bitch, Fu said. Rookies Pav. HMPH, that sand demon boy was weak and what more he was crying like a bitch, Menma said. Hanabi, are you ready to face Hinata? Naruko said. Yes, time to make that bitch pay for hurting Neji-san, Hanabi said. I agree, Neji said, coming in with his new Hyuga eyes as one of his branch family sacrifices Hiei eyes and gave it to Neji. Neji, you're alright, Tenten said, hugging him. Yes, but I can't continue being a shinobi anymore as the poison is still hurting me, Neji said. Don't worry, cousin, I will avenge our clan and kill that traitor, Hanabi said as she left. Junin Pav. Hiyashi-sama Kurenai, are you worried about Hanabi match? She is facing Hinata who has the Tensigen, Asuma said. My daughter has trained day and night as she will win, Hiyashi said. I trained her every version of my genjutsu, she will crush that girl, Kurenai said. I hope so because 3 of Naruto vices has win their matches, we need to win at least one since Shino wins on a forfeit, Kakashi said. Trust us, Hanabi will win, Hiyashi said. And once Hanabi wins my kids are next and they will kill Naruto, Kushina said. You forget he has the Rinnegan and the Fox power, how are they going to win, Asuma said. And not to mention their health has been decreasing, Guy said. Me and Minato alone with Jiraiya and Tsunade give half of our chakra to them as it will be enough to beat Naruto, Kushina said. She right believes in them, Tsunade said. Cage Pav. So Case Cage, it seems that 3 of your children has lost, I said. What disappointed are they, Rasa said as inside Orochimaru was furious at this and want to kill them, but he has another plan. The next match is the battle of the Hyuga siblings, Onoki said. Who do you think will win? As I pick the Dark Moon Goddess, Mei said. I heard she was ruthless at her cousin and damage his eyes and manhood and even poison his body, I said. Because like the Uchiha clan and then Hokage family, the Hyuga clan made the eldest daughter suffer and lost everything, Onoki said. Hokage, what is wrong with your village making 3 kids suffer like this, Mei said, frowning. That not our problem, but they will lose as Hanabi is the Hyuga princess, she won't lose, Minato said. Merrick was smirking at this as Minato and Jiraiya was glaring at him. What's so funny, Jiraiya said. Well, fool, it seems that you all forget she has the Tensigen and she was trained by a real goddess, Merrick said. That girl won't stand a chance against Hinata, Kara said. And she has the Agiles with her, Dena said. Minato was shocked that he forgets about the Tensigen as he was worried, but he had faith in Hiyashi daughter. Hinata was at the arena as she was glaring at her sister and make her suffer. Finally, I will make you pay for everything, bitch, Hanabi said. Once I done with you, the Hyuga clan title will be mine and all Hyugas will die, including you, as you will be the last one alive, Hinata said. Well then let begin, Hanabi said. The sixth match between Hinata and Hanabi is about to begin as both girls are facing each other with hateful glare as Hanabi want to kill Hinata for stealing the clan jutsu, shaming our family, and what more, poison her cousin and crushing his manhood and ending his career. While Hinata was looking at her with hate and rage as Hanabi made her life hell in the clan as she always mean to her, belittle her, calling her an failure, and what worse, tried to kill her many times as she was a spoiled bitch and rotten. Hiyashi was hoping to see his daughter beat that disgrace and kill her for betraying the clan after taking the Tenseigan. Hanabi win this for the clan, Hiyashi thought. Neji was looking at the two Hyuga sisters as he was worried about Hanabi match, but he has faith in her and will defeat the failure. Naruto and his wives were smirking at there as they knew Hinata will crush this bug like it was nothing as they believe in her. Hinata will kill this spoil bitch, Kiyomi said. I hope we get to hear her screams, Fu said. It will be music to our ears to hear her begging, Shizuka said. Trust me, Hinata want to make her suffer, Naruto said. So, sister, guess it fate for me to win as I wanted to take you down for everything you did to our family and the clan, traitor, Hanabi said. Likewise, but I will make you feel pain and despair for all the years that you and that asshole Hiyashi did to me, and once I win, all of the Hyuga clan will die by my hands, Hinata said as Hanabi and the Hyuga clan was angry at this and want her to die. I won't let you win, bitch, I will kill you, Hanabi said. Bring it, start the match so I can teach this bitch what true pain is, Hinata said as Genma saw both girls ready and begin the match as Hinata and Hanabi activate their Byakugan and rush at each other with Jiyuken palms. The attack made a shocked wave in the whole stadium as many people was shocked at Hanabi's skills as she was matching up to Hinata. What power is this? The skills of the Hyuga princess, a civilian said. She has gotten stronger since a month ago and now she matches up with the demon whore, a Hyuga member said. Hinata was shocked to see her former sister power as she was smiling at this. Wow, you've been training non-stop and it looked like you catch up to me, how pathetic, Hinata said. I will make you pay for everything you did that night when you and those bastards took everything from the clan and the village, and what more, you made yourself look older and immortal, but worst of all, you tainted our family royal eyes with that demon and his whores. I won't let the Hyuga clan title be in the hands of the demon lover, Hanabi said as she was hitting Hinata with a barrage of palms attack as Hinata was flown a few feet, but she didn't see Hanabi charging at her with the 64 palms as Hinata used her 128 palms. Both girls attack with their palms at Hinata was shocked to see Hanabi as catch up to her. You see this bitch, I have the upper hand, you won't beat me as you will always be the failure of the Hyuga clan, and once those legendary eyes belong to me, I will make you my slave for the rest of your life and make that demon suffer, Hanabi said. The Hyuga clan was happy to see their Hyuga princess beating the demon lover as Hiyashi was smiling at this and was worried for nothing. Rookie's Pav. That right, Hanabi, make her suffer for what she did to Neji, Tenten said. Lady Hanabi, you can do this, Neji said. Crush the demon lover, Naruko said. Make that bastard, Naruto cried to see his whore beaten, Menma said. Don't lose, Kiba said. Junin Pav. Wow, Hanabi is beating her with ease, you both train her well, Asuma said. Thank you, but she better hurry up as I fear something will happen, Kurenai said. Not to worry, that failure is trying to fight back, Kushina said. HMPH look like one of Naruto wives was too weak, Tsunade said, smirky. Cage Pav. Minato was impressed with Hiyashi daughter's skills as she was crushing Hinata like it was nothing as he saw Hinata getting pushed back. Well, it seems that the demon wife is losing, guess she was too weak, Minato said as Merrick was not worried at all, in fact, he's smiling making Minato look worried. You fool, I can't believe you not seeing that she was playing with her food and now the true match will begin, Merrick said. Hokage, he right, the girl is not worried, Mei said. In the arena, Hinata had enough of Hanabi weak taunts and attacks as she uses the Hiraishin and slash her back with her sword as Hanabi was on the ground bleeding as many people was shocked at this. Foolish sister, have you forgotten that I'm more powerful than you, and for what you say about my Naruto-kun you will know pain, Hinata said as she closed her eyes and opened in to reveal the Tenseigan as many people was shocked at this, mostly the Raikage. So, the legend is true, this girl has the Tenseigan, I said. I have heard legends about this, but I thought no Hyuga can unlock the Tenseigan, but now one did, and she with her lover, Onoki said. Which is why I want Kiri to invite them in to join the village, Mei said. Sorry, but Kumo wants her and the others as we need strong shinobi, and since that idiot Hokage has lost it Jinchuriki, then Konoha will be weakened, I said. Minato was glaring at him and will find a way to force her and the other to stay in Konoha even if he has to fight them to death. I won't let the Tensigan or the Rinnegan fall in the hands of our enemies, Minato thought. So, bitch, do you think you can beat me with my new dojutsu? Hinata said, grinning. You bitch, those eyes don't belong to you, it belongs to the Hyuga clan, Hanabi shouted, but was trapped in moon chains as she can't get free from them. I'll let me go, bitch, and die, Hanabi said. Never, I will make you pay, Hinata said as she uses the moon Rasengan and slam it to Hanabi's chest as she flew off to the wall in pain as she got up but bleeding everywhere. You like this, bitch? Well, I just getting started, Hinata said as she moves fast and grab Hanabi and beat her down over and over again as Hanabi tried to use genjutsu on her, but Hinata Tensigan was immune to all types of genjutsu as she stomps on Hanabi's chest hard as she screams in pain. "Ah, stop this please, no more," Hanabi cried out. "Never this, for all the time you put me through as I was young, all the beating you give me, the hateful glares from my own family and the clan, and the insults you say to me," Hinata said. Hanabi somehow stopped Hinata from stomping her and used Earth-style Earth Hold to sink Hinata in, but Hinata saw this and flew up and used Water-style Water Lion as the giant lion of water came and attacked Hanabi as she tried to run, but to her and everyone's shock, Hinata came in front of her and stabs Hanabi left eye with her agiles as there was a loud screeching sounds as Hanabi left eyes was gone and was bleeding. "Ha ha 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 ha, you like this pain? Good, let me hears you screamsm. For more, I feel wet inside from the torture I will infict upon you," Hinata said, laughing like a mad person that scares everyone to the core. Hanabi was crying in tears as she tried to stop the bleeding, but the pain was too much. "You monster, look what you did to my left eye, I kill you," Hanabi shouted with rage. "Please, you're too weak, you can't beat an immortal person like me, and I want to make you beg for mercy," Hinata said. "Rookie's Pav," Hanabi-chan, Menma shouted. "That bitch, she hurt Hanabi left eye with that weapon," Naruko said. "What more? Hinani is bleeding everywhere and her genjutsu has no effect on her," Ino said. "No, this can't be happening, we can't lose to them," Tenten said. "How unyouthful for Hinata to do this to her own sister," Lee said. "Hanabi, be okay, the Hyuga clan is counting on you," Neji said. "Hinata, please stop this madness," Kiba said. "I'm going to be sick," Choji said. "Troublesome, but guys, I hate to say this, but we don't stand a chance against Naruto and his wives as they are monsters," Shikamaru said. "No, Hanabi will win, we can't lose hope," Menma said. "He right, we must believe in her," Naruko said. "Junin Pav, stop this, you monster, no more," Kurenai said with tears. "This is a nightmare, how can she do this vile act?" Asuma said. "Unyouthful for her acting like this," Guy said. "My daughter, please be alright," Hiyashi said. "Damn it, this bitch has gone too far," Kushina said. "We must do something," Tsunade said. "But what genjutsu don't work on her, and from what I see her chains are powerful than Kushina," Kakashi said. "Damn that demon, I won't stand for this anymore," Kushina said with anger. "For now, the match is not over, we must have faith in Hanabi's skills," Hiyashi said. Cage Pav. "Damn, I can't believe that girl can be ruthless to her sibling," Mei said. "Former siblings since the Hyuga clan have disowned her from the clan and made her suffer for her whole life," Onoki said. "Fools, and look what happened, it's their fault for treating one of their own as trash and now she gets her payback," I said. "Hokage, that clan of her are idiots for this," Rasa said. "Minato was upset at this bitch has hurt the Hyuga heiress eye, and what more, she uses the Hiraishin to slash her back." "Curse you, Naruto, you will suffer," Minato said. "Jiraiya wants this madness to stop as he need to find a way to take those eyes." "My lord, it seems the agiles we gave her were more stronger than we thought," Kara said. "I agree, and her sadistic nature is another level," Dena said. "Good job you two for training her the ways of the Mord Sith," Merrick said. Naruto was impressed with Hinata's cruel nature as he felt hard seeing her wicked nature. "Hinata is not holding back on the torture," Naruto said. "Yes, I agree, she really want to make Hanabi suffer," Kiyomi said. "I want to learn more about her nature as I want to try it as well," Shizuka said. "Same here," Fu said. Hanabi was in the losing edge as she won't quit and use her hand signs as she summons her giant bird as Hinata was shocked at this. "Oh, you have a summons contract," Hinata said. "Yes, bitch, and now you will be clawing the live attack now," she said as the bird went to attack Hinata. But she moves too fast and kicked the bird down, but it was still standing. "Well then, it's time for me to show you and everyone my new summoning," Hinata said as everyone was shocked at this. "You're lying, you don't have a summoning contract," Hanabi said with anger. "Oh, I do, and it a powerful summon," Hinata said as she summons a lion. Hanabi was shocked at this as Hinata lion was big and beautiful as the beast was growlimage at her with rage. Well sister, I like you and everyone to meet the legendary moon lion Lunar, Hinata said. How did you have one of the legendary Lionsummon? The Hyuga clan want to have that for eons but can't find it and now it here and serve you, Hanabi said. Man, people saw the big lion as girls wanted to pet it magnificent fur and sense its aura. Lunar was given to me by a powerful moon goddess named Luna as she wanted me to be the next dark moon goddess, Hinata said. Lady Hinata, how can I serve you? Lunar said. That bird is your enemy, kill it, Hinata said. As you command, Lunar said as he rushes at the giant bird with his paw as the bird attack but failed due to the lunar power as he roars a moonblast damage one of the wings as Hanabi was shocked at this. No, this can't be happening, how is my bird losing to you? It not fair, Hanabi whines. Look like you're not that special and now it time for me to crush you, Hinata said. Rookie's paw. Unbelievable that Hinata summoned it, big Naruko said. Neji, do you know about this summon? Tenten said. Yes, it was legendary in the Hyuga clan as only strong females Hyuga can have this lion contract as I through Lady Hanabi will be the one. But it turns out it was Hinata, Neji said. That power, it doesn't belong to her, it should be Hanabi, Menma said. I agree, Hinata will use it for destroying Konoha, Ino said. What more, she was trained by a goddess who give her that contract, Choji said. It seems that the Hyuga clan will be upset at this, Shikamaru said. Unreal, that lion is too youthful, Lee said. The Inuzuka clan has a huge grudge against all cat beings and lion is one of them as I fear that she will attack my clan for what I did to her, Kiba said. Junin Pav. Hiyashi, is this true that what Hanabi said? Asuma said. Yes, but this can't be possible, I thought Hanabi will be the one who can have that power. But it turns out it was Hinata as my wife Hikari was the previous lion summoner, Hiyashi said. What, why she never told us this, Kushina said as she was shocked that Hinata has the legendary lion in her hands and might use it against her home. I don't know, but legend said that only a female Hyuga who has trained hard and become strong should have that contract as we thought it was Hanabi, but now we were wrong and now Hinata is the true lion summoner, Hiyashi said. Then we need to convince her to hand over the contract at once, Tsunade said. No, you can only the lion choose it, master. And if we tried to force it then the beast will ravish the village with its power, Hiyashi said. Not to mention that Hinata was trained by a moon goddess, she will destroy this village, Kakashi said. Hanabi, get out of there please, Kurenai said. Damn it, how strong can you be, Hinata? Kushina said, upset. Cage Pav. Jiraiya, have you heard about the lion summon? Minato said, shocking. No, but only the Hyuga clan knows it but kept it secret, Jiraiya said, upset. I do, as only female Hyuga members can use the lion summons as their own, which is why Hinata is the one who can be it, Master Merrick said. That lion is too beautiful, like the full moon, May said. I can feel it radiating power from here, I said. To think Konoha and the Hyuga clan will lose such a talent, Kunoichi. But she was never a ninja in Konoha 6 years ago, Onoki said. That right, her Kiyomi and Naruto are children and it all thanks to that idiot Hokage and his family for everything, Merrick said. Minato was shocked at this and was upset at this person as he will convince Naruto and the others to stay in the village by force, maybe. So that the lion we all heard about, Naruto said. It looks more powerful than mine's, Fu said. What did you expect? Hinata was trained by an actual moon goddess, Kiyomi said. Such power coming from the beast, Shizuka said. Hinata and Hanabi was fighting hard but Hanabi was too weak as she was almost out of chakra and on her last leg as she breathed heavily and was injured everywhere. Hinata was looking at her with hatred and rage look as she saw the bird being eaten alive by Lunar as Hanabi was crying in tears at losing her friend. You monster, you took everything from me and now you have the lion that I wanted. How can you do this to your own sister? Hanabi said. Oh, so now you call me sister? When did we ever became sisters? As far as I concerned, I have a new family that care for me and treat me fair and I gain new power that I work hard on and now I will show you my power. Moon magic sword goddess strike, Hinata said as she used her sword to slash Hanabi chest as to her and everyone her right arm was severed off completely as it took a few seconds for the screams of Hanabi in pain. My arm, you cut off my arm. Hanabi shouted as Hinata laughs at her pain. That good, but I'm not done yet. I want to take my time torturing you till you beg for death and even that I won't let you die, Hinata said as she used 300 shadow clones of her and merciless beat Hanabi as many people saw the Hyuga heiress getting beaten too much as children cried to their parents and begged them to stop this. Hinata, stop this please, I sorry that we made you suffer no more pain and torture, Hiyashi said with tears as Kurenai want to stop this madness. Neji can't do anything as he was crying so much. See Hanabi on the ground bleeding and punch everywhere. We did this to her, the clan made her suffer, and this is our karma, Neji said. Hinata, please no more, you already won this match, Tenten said. This is too much for me to see this, Ino said as she looks away and ran to Choji as he was hugging her. Menma and Naruko was furious at this and knew one person who to blame. Naruto Uzumaki. It's that demon fault that all of this happened, Menma said. We lost our friends to them, he must die, Naruko said. Kushina and the other Junins are scared at Hinata violence act as they beg her to stop, but Hinata didn't listen. We can't watch this anymore, someone stop this madness, Tsunade said. Please Hinata, your mother doesn't want you to do this, Kushina said. Minato and the cages are scared at this, but Merrick and his Mord Sith were happy to see this brutal pain and torture that Hinata is given to her former sister. Hokage, this is too much for me to watch, Mei said. I agree, she having too much fun beating her own sister like this, Onoki said. Look like the Hyuga clan really mess up big time, Rasa said. How long is she going to keep beating her? She has already won, I said. Don't worry, cages, it won't be long, Merrick said. Hinata and her clones are done as she dispels them and see the once so-called Hyuga heiress is now on the floor quivering in fear and begs Hinata to kill her to end the pain. Sis. Tear. Plural. Aya. Seikei. Ki. Kill. Me, Hanabi stutterer out in pain. Hinata look at Hanabi in disgust and hatred as her aura was growing, making Hanabi cried in tears and cowered in fear. You dare demand me to kill you to give the easy way out? No, whore, I will make you my slave for the rest of your life, Hinata said as she uses her hand and shove it to Hanabi's chest as Kurenai and Hiyashi was shocked and crying to see this. Hinata pull out Hanabi heart and add a curse seal on it and shove it back in her chest. Now slave, I give you a seal that will give you pain and torment till you beg for death, Hinata said as she activates the curse as a glow was showing, making Hanabi screams in pain as everyone covered their ears as Hinata was laughing hard until she stops and saw Hanabi shaking and foam came out of her mouth as she was unconscious. Weak little bitch, Hinata said. Genma saw Hanabi unconscious as she was defeated. The winner of the 6th match is Hinata Hyuga, and since it a clan match, the title of the Hyuga clan go to Hinata. Hyuga, Genma said as Hinata flew up to the stands as she went to her lover and sister wives as Kiyomi, Fu and Shizuka ran up to her and hugged her tight. You did it, sister, Hinata, Fu said. You beat the weak bitch, Shizuka said. And now the clan title belongs to your, Kiyomi said. Thank you, girls, Hinata said. Naruto came up to her and gave her a long kiss as Hinata was holding him tight as they used tongue that made the other feel wet inside. You did good, my dark moon goddesses, Naruto said. Thank you, Naruto-kun, and now you're the last one left as we will believe in you, Hinata said as the other three agrees. You're right, and I will get my payback for everything those bastards did to me, Naruto said. We believe in you, Dark King, his wives said. Rookies Pav. No, this can't be happening, Hanabi lost, Menma shouted in fears. Lady Hanabi, no, Neji said in tears. This can't be true, it a nightmare, how can she lost, she the strongest kunoichi in this village, Ino said. And now she lost her clan title and become a slave to that bitch, Tenten said. Damn her, I kill her, and the other Naruko said. Menma, Naruko, you both need to forfeit, Naruto is too strong and I fear you both will end up the same with Sasuke and Hanabi, Tenten said. She right, if you both face him you die, please don't do this, Ino said in tears. No, we won't, as we will never lose, the village is counting on us to win, Menma said. He right, we made that speech in the preliminary rounds in front of everyone, we can't quit now, it will be shameful, Naruko said. But you both saw what he did to me, and I know he is holding back, Kiba said. Not to mention he has the Rinnegan and can't die, Choji said. Trust us guys, we are the children of the Yellow Flash and the Red Death, we will win, Menma said. Junin Pav. Kurenai is in tears, her students was brutally injured and taken to the hospital, but that not all, she lost her arm and now become a slave to Hinata. Hiyashi was crying for his daughter injured as he looks at Kushina with rage. I told you that it was a mistake to trust you and Minato, and look what happedn, my daughter is now injured and innthehospitila. This was a mistake to made a deal with Naruto and his wives and Bekyuu so that the Hyuga clan title now belong to Hinata. I will never forgive you and Minato, Hiyashi shouted as he left to the hospital. He right, Kushina, you and your husband are to blame for this, for making a deal with Hat Monster and his wives. I hope you're happy, Kurenai said with vehement as she left. Kushina was shocked at this and wanted to cry so much. Kushina it all right, they didn't mean it, Tsunade said. No, it true we made a mistake and look what happened, almost all of our genin are crippled and fighting for their lives while Naruto and his wives are getting stronger and now it his turn and I fear my babies will suffer, Kushina said. Damn it Naruto, how many people do you and your wives have to suffer for your amusement, Kakashi said. I told you all from the preliminary rounds those 5 are dangerous and now it too late, Anko said. We can't lose hope, Menma and Naruto will handle this, Tsunade said. No, they won't have you forget Naruto has the legendary Rinnegan and the full power of the fox in him, those two won't win, Asuma said. You're all wrong, I trust my babies will win and save us all, Kushina said, shouted. Cage Pav. The finals match is about to begin, and Merrick, do you think your son will win against the Hokage children, I said. He will, is unlike those weak brats, Naruto is a prodigy, and you heard what he did in the preliminary rounds, Merrick said. Not to mention he has the Rinnegan, Kara said. And a Kenkei Genkei, Dena said. What, he has a Kenkei Genkei, Jiraiya shouted. Yes, fool, but I won't tell you or that weak Hokage, as you all will watch and see, Merrick said. Minato was shocked that Naruto has a Kenkei Genkei and was regretting his actions. Jiraiya, I fear Menma and Naruto will lose, Minato said. Don't say that, even known they are not the child of prophecy they can still win, Jiraiya said. How Naruto can't be killed and Menma and Naruto health are getting worse, Minato said. Simple, trust them and believe in them, Jiraiya said. Merrick was listening in and smirks at this. Foolish mortals, wait till the shock about what you and your wife did to your children and the deal they made with the Shinigami, Merrick thought. Naruto was at the arena as he saw his former siblings coming in, as this match will be the battle of the Uzumaki Namikaze children, as many people are praying that the heroes of the 4th Hokage will crush that demon scum for all of their suffering 6 years ago. Finally, the time for my revenge has come, our battle will be legendary, Naruto said. Naruto, Menma and Naruto are at the arena face to face as Naruto look at his former siblings with hatred and rage as they made him suffer for his entire life, all the beating, the insults, the spoiled nature, it makes him furious looking at them. But no more, as once this match begin, he will show everyone that who the true Uzumaki. All of Konoha was cheering for the Hokage children and they wanted the demon to die, but to Naruto's shock Biwa and other villages was cheering for him as they knew Naruto won't lose. Menma and Naruto look at their older brother with hate as they won't forgive him for what he and his horse did to their friends and take everything from our family 6 years ago. So, loser, this is it, the battle when we will crush you and show everyone that we are superior to you in every way, Naruto said. Prepare to die by my hands, demon, you took everything from me, my fox power, the women that I loved, and what worse, you stole all of our family clan jutsu and teach it to those IWA scums and those whores, Menma said. Finally my revenge will be fulfilled and I will show that bastard Hokage and his whore along with everyone in this rotten village to show how weak are those so-called heroes, but first I want to show not just this village but all villages in the underworld to see this, Naruto said as he used his magic to make a screen to every village in the elemental nation and the underworld. As Merrick just received word that the people from his home are watching his successor match as he smirks. Well son, it looks like you want to show your people how powerful you are, don't disappointed them, Merrick said. Hokage, it looks like that boy want to show everyone from other villages to see this match, I said. I agree, as Iwagakuras watch the match right now, Onoki said. Same with Kirime said. My village is watching this as well, Rasa said, even Otogakure is watching this. Minato, what is Naruto planning, Jiraiya said. I don't know, but he a fool for doing this, Menma and Naruto will beat him and he will be embarrassed by everyone in all villages, Minato said. Menma and Naruto was hearing all this as they look at Naruto. So, you do this to embarrass even more, well it doesn't matter, in fact it a good thing as we will show everyone in the elemental nations that we are the child of prophecy, and we are goods to them, Menma and Naruto said. Please, that pathetic, but you keep telling yourself that, start the match so we can all see the failures of the Hokage children, Naruto said as Genma sees 3 people ready and begins the match. You ready, sis, Menma said as Naruto nodded and both rush at Naruto as he sees this and dodges as they did it again, but he was too fast for them to catch up. Stand still, demon, so we can kill you, Menma said. Wow, really telling your opponent to stand still, how weak are you both, Naruto said as he kicks both of them to the wall hard as many Konoha are shocked at this as Kushina fears about her children but still believes in them. Naruto saw those two coming out as they are covered in 2-tailed chakra each as this doesn't scared him at all. Wow, you and everyone call me demon, but you both are using the fox power, and it look like it's unstable, Naruto said. Die Demon, Naruko said as she tried to claw Naruto, but he uses an Hiraishin to move fast and beats Naruto to the ground as he notices Menma was using a Rasengan to aim at him behind, but he flew up and used his sword to send wind slashes at him as Menma tried to dodge them all, but it was too many as he was hit and cut everywhere. This is it, all of the fox power you both had, and I managed to beat you. How pathetic, no wonder why you both are weak. And you both were trained by 4 weaklings, Naruto said, laughing as many people as possible except Konoha was cheering for him. How dare you say that to us, demon? This is why mom and dad never loved you, as you are a disgrace to the family, Menma said. Not only that, but you're not important for the world as we are the child of Pr Pohisi, while you're just a loser demon that need to die, Naruko said, hateful. Oh, really? It seems that your father and the council didn't tell you about the prophecy change, as it shows that neither of you two aren't the child of prophecy, as it was me the whole time, Naruto said, shocking his siblings. What? No, that can't be true, you're lying, Menma said. He right, we are the chosen ones, not you, demon, Naruko said. Oh, if you don't believe me then look at your parents, as they know all about it, Naruto said, as Minato and Kushina was angry at this as they saw their children looking at them and want to see it true. Yes, everyone, it true, you see, Jiraiya told me, Kushina, Tsunade and the whole council about the prophecy has changed, as it shows that Menma and Naruko are not the child of prophecy, as it was Naruto the whole time, Minato said, as Konoha shinobi were shocked at this, but mostly Menma and Naruko as they were in shocked at this but still denies it. No, I won't accept this mockery that prophecy is wrong, Menma said angrily. He right, we are the ones who are the chosen child, not this failure, Naruko said, pointing at Naruto. It doesn't matter to me as you both are weak just like your worthless friends, Naruto said as he shows everyone his Rinnegan, as many peoples are shocked at this. Those eyes, what are they? A shinobi said. I seen it in legends, those are the eyes of the sage, the Rinnegan, Akunoichi said. That the Rinnegan we all heard about, I said. It seems like it, and now the boy has it, Onoki said. My, how powerful are his eyes, Mei said. Orochimaru was thinking how to get this boy on his side as he knows a certain group which one of them has the same eyes as him. My son has unlocked it when he was only 10 while training with me, and he has mastered it to perfection, Merrick said. Rookies Pav. Damn it, there no way Menma and Naruko will win if that bastard has the Rinnegan, Kiba said. What more is that Naruto is the true child of prophecy, and the council want to lie about it, Shikamaru said. Damn, this won't end well for the village, Tenten said. Come on, you two win, Ino said. Junin Pav. Damn it, that demon, how did he know about the prophecy change, Kushina said. I don't know, but it seems that it works as many people are doubting Konoha heroes and the Hokage, Asuma said. That brat can't mind his own business, and now we are made a laughingstock to the shinobi world, Tsunade said. Naruto, you just don't know how to shut it, Kakashi said. Naruto wives Pav. Well, it seems that everyone knows the truth, Kiyomi said. But Naruto-kun and us don't care about some toad bullshit prophecy, Hinata said. Chomade tells me that her father the sage made a big mistake saying that told Elder everything, he can't shut up for 1 second, Fu said. So, wait, that why that pervert Jiraiya want me to marry his weak student all for some BS prophecy, Shizuka said with anger. Yes, and it not you but me as well, but we only belong to our Dark King, Kiyomi said. Good, because I will kill that weak little shit, as he nothing to us, Shizuka said. Naruto was using his almighty push on them as Menma and Naruko was injured from that attack and was bleeding, but their healing fox powers was enough. But they were coughing a lot and blood was coming out of their mouths. Naruto saw this and smirked as he wanted to tell them, but not yet. Look at this, coughing so much blood, and it seems that you both are relying too much on that unstable fox power, how pathetic, Naruto said. Shut it, demon, we don't care about what you think, all that matter is to see you dead from what you did to our friends, Naruko said. You took everything from me, my clan rights, my power, and what more, I can't even get those girls to like me as they only love you, a demon, a weakling, that not fair, Menma said, whining. Oh, shut the fuck up, you crybaby bitch. Shizuka-chan and Kiyomi-chan will never love a spoiled, weak, arrogant brat who use his daddy's name to get more girls, and it not like you can please them with you 3 inches, Naruto said as everyone not from Leaf is laughing hard as Kiyomi and the girls are laughing as well. Wow, that boy can't satisfy a woman with that tiny rod, Kiyomi said. How disgraceful, but makes sense since he not a man but a weak crybaby boy, Hinata said. Weak little bitch, Fu said. Guess he got this from his weak father, Shizuka said. Menma was enraged at this as he and Naruto draws their swords as Naruto saw this. "Oh, you both know sword fighting well, bring it," Naruto said as he draws his sword as the three clashes with their blades. Everyone was seeing the Hokage children's sword skills and to their shock it was pathetic as it looks like they are rookies, no even lower than that. Naruto was disappointed in those two sword skills as it was shameful to real swordsmen and swordswomen everywhere. "My god, this is your sword skills, how pathetic of you two. My guess it that you both are slacking of your training and getting everything you whiny, and I only know two people who train you in sword skills, is it not that Neko Anbu, so it must be that weak bitch Kushina who trained you," Naruto said. "How can your sword skills be stronger than us?" Menma said. "Damn it, we won't lose to you weakling," Naruto said. "Oh, you think I done with you? No, I not done yet as I wanted to show my water-breathing sword skills," Naruto said as this shocks his siblings and everyone. "Wait, water-breathing like that wind-breathing your lover has?" Naruto said. "Yes, bitch, is she not only the one who can use wind-breathing but me as well?" Naruto said as Menma and Naruto are shocked at this. "We demand that you give us your TENCHNIQUE now, demon," Menma said. "Yeah, worthless, it not fair that you got this stronger, we deserve it as well," Naruto said. "Sorry but no, I won't give my breathing skills to disgraces," Naruto said as he uses water breathing 11 form dead calm as he and those two are in a calm void as Naruto slash them everywhere as they were on the ground injure and blood everywhere. "That attack it too powerful," Menma said. "Damn it, we might had to use all of the fox power we have to win this match," Naruto said. "Bring it, bitch, but do you think that a good idea as I surprised that you both and your family don't know what happened to your health," Naruto said as Menma and Naruto was confused at this. "What do you mean, demon?" Menma said. "He must be lying to play tricks on us, don't let him get inside your head," Naruto said. In the stands the Junins was thinking about what Naruto know, but not only that his sword skills are impressive, and he can use wind and water breathing sword skills. So, Naruto can use breathing as well as Suma said. "How can this be possible that his sword skills are better than my baby's?" Kushina said. "Well, like he said, those two are slacking off their sword training as I tried to tell you, Kushina, to let me train them, and now they have shame, real swordsmen and swordswomen everywhere you go," said. "I agree, Menma and Naruto has become weak," Anko said. "But there's something that Naruto said. What did he mean about the kid's health and using the fox power?" Tsunade said. "He must be lying like always, no wonder he has shame our family," Kushina said. "I don't know as he knows something that he not telling us," Kakashi said. "Cage Pav. Hokage, you children's sword skills are pathetic," Mei said. "I agree they show poor skills to real sword wielder everywhere," I said. "Not surprised those two are weak and arrogant, and it seems that your wife is a terrible teacher who can't train her kids right," Onoki said. "But however, Naruto Uzumaki is a master swordsman. Tell me, do you train him in swordsmanship?" Merrick-sama Mei said. "Yes, I did, and he was a fast learner, but those breathing skills he learns from his wife Shizuka and a man named Gyude Tomioka," Merrick said. "Is he around because I want him to train my Kiri Shinobi in water breathing?" Mei said. "Sorry but no, he passed away because like Shizuka master her also die by a curse," Merrick said. "So that mean Naruto and Shizuka are the only one who can use breathing technique," Minato said. "Yes, but I know what you are thinking, and no, he won't train your weak children as it will bring shame to his teachings," Merrick said. "He right, those two are worthless," Kara said. "To think they called themselves swordsmen and swordswomen is shameful," Dena said. Minato was upset at this as he need to talk to Naruto about training his siblings in sword skills. Naruto was looking at Menma and Naruto as both of them are in the Five Tails Beast state as they are having a hard time controlling that power. "This power will be enough to defeated you, demon," Menma said. "Are you scared at our magnificent power, loser?" Naruto said. Naruto was looking at them with a smirk as he laughs hard, shocking them and everyone in the stadium. "You think your weak fox power is enough to be at me? Well then let me show you something," Naruto said as he glows yellow and orange as he transforms into his Nine Tails chakra mode. Everyone was shocked to see this as Minato and Jiraiya was flabbergasted at Naruto new power. Menma and Naruto was upset at this as Naruto power is stronger than their. "How can you have the fox power and why are you different?" Menma said. "Well, worms, because me and Kurama are now friend and we sync together as I can control his power and became this form is the Nine Tails chakra mode," Naruto said. Konoha Shinobi was shocked at this. The fox is now friends with that demon as they shouted to him to die, but they felt fear from his wives as they were quiet. "Rookies Pav. That Naruto new power it amazing," Ino said. What more, he made friends with the fox, Neji said. This can't be true, how can he be stronger than Menma and Naruto, Kiba said. Troublesome, but Naruto has become unpredictable at this, Shikamaru said. Are you guys worried he might use it to attack the village, Tenten said. She right, this village has hurting him and his wives and now he can control the fox, Lee said. Please Naruto, don't attack the leaf, Choji said. Junin's Pav. Kushina was shocked at this, as the fox and Naruto has become friends and now he can master the beast power and will. How is this possible? How can Naruto get this form? Kushina said. I don't know, but he seems to be in control now and he might use it against Menma and Naruto, Tsunade said. What more, he might attack the village with it, Kakashi said. We might make a mistake of making him suffer and now Konoha is done for, Iruka said. No, he won't attack this village at his home, Kakashi said. You mean a prison that he had to suffer his entire life, Anko said. She right, and it all our fault that this happened, Yugo said. No, I won't let this monster attack my home, I must stop him, Kushina said. You won't, Naruto will end you, we must have faith on the twins, Tsunade said. Cage Pav. Minato was shocked and upset as Naruto can control the fox power and made friends with the beast. How can Naruto become friends with the Kyuubi? Minato said. I don't know, but we need to stop him, he might use that power on the village, Jiraiya said. You won't dare do anything, as I won't allow this village to hurt my son, as you Konoha should be ashamed, Merrick said. He right, and it possible as my brother B and Yugito has made friends with their tailed beasts and it made them stronger, I said. Have they control the beast power as well, Raikage said. Yes, and it worked better for my village as they are treated well, I said. Minato was shocked at this, and he must convince Naruto to stay in this village as Konoha needed Jinchuriki and Naruto is the full Jinchuriki who can use the fox power as will. Kiyomi and her sister wives are happy to see Naruto power as they cheer for him to win, as they got their brand new cheerleader clothes that have fox symbol on them. Naruto saw his wives and their new clothes as he was wondering where they got the clothes from. How are they getting those clothes from? I need to talk to them later, Naruto thought as he looks at his siblings and use 5 chakra arms and use 5 Rasengan and slam it into them. Menma and Naruto was on the ground in pain as they can't get up. Aghh, you bastard, you shouldn't get this powerful, you nothing but a weak failure, Naruto said. Curse you, Naruto, I won't let you get away with this, Menma said as he and Naruto as the Rasengan and combine it to make the giant Rasengan and rush at him as Naruto made a Bijudama and aim it at the giant Rasengan, destroying it, as this shocked Menma and Naruto to the core as Naruto was laughing at this. Bravo, but it won't be enough failures, Naruto said as he made 2000 Shadows clones as Menma and Naruto was shocked at this. How can you make that many clones, Menma said. This can't be possible, you must had use you demon power, loser, Naruto said. I had enough of you both call me demon because I have the fox inside of me. Have you both forgotten that Kushina has the fox inside of her as well, and before her it was Mito Uzumaki who has the fox inside of her as well, Naruto said, shocking everyone in the stadium as Kushina was upset and angry at Naruto for her secret to be out. That demon whore, she at Tratior to her kin, a civilian said. The Hokage, did he know about it? A female civilian said. Kill the demon family, a shinobi said. Many people in Konoha are shouting at the Hokage and his family as Minato want to go down there and kill Naruto, but he can't since it's too late now. Menma and Naruto was furious at this and hears everyone shouting at them as they look at Naruto and wanted to kill him, but something is happening to them as they were on the ground coughing so much blood as they scream in pain as Naruto smirk and dispel the clones. Well, it looks like it's starting, Naruto said. What do you mean, what happening to us? Naruto said as she was still coughing. I still can't believe you idiots didn't figure out yet, you're both dying, Naruto said as this shocked the twin and everyone in the arena. You see everyone, the Kyuubi chakra inside of thee is poison because of the hatred the fox has in this villages, and when the idiot Hokage and his wife summoned the Shinigami he didn't listen to the death god worrying about splitting the soul from the chakra as he had purposely sent his favorite kids to death, and there no stopping it, Naruto said as this shocked everyone to the core. But there more, you see that bastard made me the scapegoat for the village hatred but didn't realize that the poison in my so-called siblings is getting stronger as the fox feeds on it, and what more is every time they use the fox chakra their lifespan is getting lower by the number of Kyuubi tails, and since they use about 5 tails each I estimate about they have 3 or 4 years left to live, Naruto said. Everyone in Konoha was shocked as they wish the demon is lying, but they have seen the Hokage children getting weaker and slower, and every time that happened is the fox chakra. No, this can't happen, we can't be dying, Naruko said as she started crying. Sorry, but it is, and there no one can't help you both, Naruto said, laughing as the twins saw his cruel evil smirk as they were scared. You bastard, you knew about this from the beginning, didn't you? Menma said angrily. Yes, I did, and to be honesty I hope you did a little early, but you both managed to live that long, Naruto said. Everyone was hearing this was shocked and fearful. Rookie's Pav. No, this can't be true, Menma and Naruko can't be dying, Ino said, crying. Naruto, not lying, and we all saw them coughing so much so it is true, Shikamaru said. Hokage-sama will never do this to them if he didn't know, Tenten said. What more is the village hatred making the poison stronger to kill them, Neji said. How can Naruto do this to them and not say anything, Kiba said. I don't know, but it too late, Choji said. This won't end well, Shino said. Junin Pav. No, my babies can't be dying, that bastard must be lying, Kushina said, crying. No, he not, as I knew something not right when they used the fox chakra every time, Tsunade said. The fox chakra is poison to them, and you, and your husband has caused this, Asuma said. No, my sensei wouldn't do something that foolish, Kakashi said. He made his firstborn son a scapegoat for the village and cause his other two children to their deaths. How are you so blind, Akno shouted. How unyouthful, but Kushina, did you and Minato didn't listen to the Shinigami warning, guy said. No, we didn't care about the death god wearing as we are focused on the prophecy, and now, we mess up badly, Kushina said, crying. Wait, maybe Naruto can save them, Yugo said. That won't happen as he hates his family, and he knew they are dying from the beginning, Asuma said. Damn you, Naruto, you bastard, I kill you, Tsunade said, shouted. Naruto, do you have so much hatred in your heart, Kakashi said. Please Naruto, we are sorry for everything, don't let you siblings die, Kushina thought. Cage Pav. Minato was shocked at this information, and his biggest mistake is he should have listened to the Shinigami warning as he looked at Merrick, who grinned evilly at this. Did you know this would happen, Minato said with anger. Yes, fool, because the Shinigami and I are friends and he not happy what you did to my son, Merrick said. You bastard, I kill you. Minato shouted as he uses the kunai, but Dena and Kara use their agiles to give Minato the biggest pain ever as Jiraiya tried to stop them. But Merrick used his magic to flat him to the ground as the other cages were shocked at this person's immense power. You foolish little man, I am the Dark King of the Underworld, you can't beat me with that sloppy power of your, and to everyone in Konoha, listen up. Naruto Uzumaki is my successor for the title as the future heir to my kingdom, and if any of you dares attack him and his wives you will all know pain and suffer, Merrick said. The stadium and those from other villages in the underworld was shocked at this as Naruto and his wives was happy to hear this. Well, you two, it looks like you're done and you almost out of chakra, you can't beat me, Naruto said, laughing hard as everyone in Konoha saw the twins in despair and crying in tears as this shocked them. Menma and Naruko was crying in tears and felt in despair as they were about to lose all hope of winning this match. We can't win, we don't have enough chakra, and he hasn't even gone all out, Menma said sadly. Menma ni, I don't want to die, I scared, Naruko said. The twins were about to lose all hope until someone in the stands shouted at them. Don't you dare give up, you two, a voice said as everyone looked to see it was Kushina as Menma and Naruko saw this. Mom, why can't you see we don't stand a chance against him, and what more, we don't have much time to live, Menma said. He right, we are powerless to win, Naruko said. So, what, that doesn't mean that you both should quit? What about the speech you both say in the preliminary rounds, was that a lie? Because the Menma and Naruko I know will never give up, they will keep fighting to win, Kushina said. She right, you brats, that demon may be stronger but you both have people that depend on you to win, are you going to let them down, Tsunade said. Menma, Naruko, what about our friends who lost their match and feel in despair, are you going to let this happen? No, you will avenge them and beat that demon, Ino said. She right, thinks about Sasuke, Sakura and Hanabi who at the hospital fighting for their lives, are you going to let them die in their injury, Tenten said. Please Menma, Lady Hanabi need you to avenge her and kill that monster, Neji said. If you let her and the other down, I won't forgive the both of you, so win, Choji said. Avenge Akamaru for me and my injure, Kiba said. Menma, Naruko, both, if you are my sensei children you must show that demon not to mess with the children of the Hokage, Kakashi said. Show your youthful pride and win, Guy said. Both of you are my best students in the academy, show him what the rookie and kunoichi of the year can do, Ruka said. Never give up and keep fighting, Asuma said. Menma, Naruko, both of you are my pride and joy as everyone in this villages believes in you to win, so don't let them down, Minato said. You both are our saviors from the fox, and you will bring peace to the elemental nations, so beat that brat and win this for Konoha, Jiraiya said. Many Konoha citizens and shinobi are cheering for the twins to win as they send all of their chakra to them. As in the void they meet Sasuke, Sakura and Hanabi, who looks at them. Menma, you are my best friend and rival, I won't let you lose to that demon Naruto, and Naruko, I always love you and know you can win, Sasuke said. Menma-kun, Naruko, please defeat this monster, and we can all live happily with everyone, Sakura said. You both are only hope to win, so we will give you all of our chakra so you can take that monster and his whores down, Hanabi said. Menma and Naruko felt all of their friends and family chakra inside of them as Naruto saw the blue chakra aura in front of him as Menma and Naruko look at him with determined look on their faces. Demon, you will lose here as we have everyone counting on us to win and we won't fail them, Menma said. The time for your chaos and torment to our loved ones is over, Naruko said. Everyone was shouted in cheer for the prince and princess of the fourth Hokage as Naruto was shocked at this. This power, how can you both be this strong? It not possible, Naruto said, scaredy. It is when you have everyone on your side as you have nothing but those whores, and now we will show you the power of Konoha, Menma said. Prepare to lose, demon, and go back to hell, Naruko said. In the stands, Naruto wives are shocked at this power they felt. This power, how can they have so much? Kiyomi said. It the power of everyone in Konoha cheering for them, Hinata said. Will it be enough to beat Naruto-kun? Fu said. I don't know, but we can't lose hope, girls. Naruto-kun will win, Shizuka said. Naruto was looking at this as he need to do something before it too late. No, I won't lose to them as I won't fall to those scumbags, Naruto said. It over, demon, now die, Menma said. You first, asshole, Naruto said. Wind style Rasenshirken, Menma said. Water style Uzumaki dragon jutsu, Naruko said. Both jutsu was heading to Naruto as he was too late to dodge it as the attack hit him full force as there was a big explosion that covered the arena as many people saw the awesome power as the smoke clear out and to Konoha cheer they saw Naruto losing half of his upper body as this shocked everyone. Naruto saw his uppy body gone as he was angry at this. My body, you bastards, you damage my body, Naruto shouted. Menma and Naruko was laughing at this as so does everyone in Konoha as they see the demon injured but still alive. No, this can't happen like this, Naruto said as Menma and Naruko was laughing. Not like this as the laughing continue. If not as funny. As your face, Naruto smirk as the twin and everyone stop laughing as to their horror Naruto regenerate his upper body to be good as new as he all better and look at the twin and everyone. My word, that powers, it was impressive, but it was too little for me, Naruto said. How is this possible? We put everything we have in that attack, our friends and family power should have killed you whole, Menma said. Simple, I was waiting for the attack to hit me to see it was powerful but to my disappointment it was too weak, Naruto said smiling. No, this can't be true, you're a monster, how can you be this strong, Naruko said. Oh, you're foolish girl, that's simple, you're both too weak and will never be on my level, Naruto said. Rookies Pav. The attack they made won't be enough to kill that bastard, and what worse, he was smiling at this, Ino said. This can't be, how do we beat this bastard, Tenten said. I don't think we can, look at this, Menma and Naruko put everything they had in it, not enough, this is over, Neji said. No, it can end like this, Kiba said. Face it, we lose, Shino said. Junin Pav. That attack failed and what more, his body is fully healed, Kushina said. No, this can't be possible, is he unkillable, Tsunade said. You all forget he immortal, but still it shouldn't end like this, Asuma said. I hate to say this, but Menma and Naruko has lost this match, Iruka said. All the chakra we give them, and it was wasted, Anko said. Please someone stop this madness, Guy said. Naruto, don't kill them please, we are sorry, Kushina said. Cage Pav. Merrick was laughing with joy as that attack was weak, as pathetic as his lovers was smirking at this. That power was weak, and what more, this village just embarrassed themselves with that friendship cheer, Merrick said. I have to say that was funny to see this village in despair, Kara said. It makes me happy to see the sad faces of those weak worms, Dena said. Minato was shocked at the jutsu failed as it was over for his children as Naruto has won this match. Jiraiya can see the twin crying over the failed jutsu and now it all over. Hokage, that cheer was pathetic, I said. I agree, what do you think? This is the power of friendship that can defeated the power of evil, wake up, this is the shinobi world where it always death and war and there never peace, Rasa said. And now this match is over, Onoki said. So much for the Hokage children, Mei said. Minato, what are we going to do now? Jiraiya said. I don't know, it over for them. Naruto has won, Minato said. Woohoo, I knew that attack was nothing, Kiyomi said. But what more is the shocked and despair faces of everyone seeing their heroes losing, Hinata said. I can't believe they made an ass about themselves, Fu said. With their so-called friendship and cheer, it disgusting, Shizuka said. Now our Naruto-kun will win and it will be over, Kiyomi said. Naruto was looking at his siblings as they can still fight. Oh, you still want to keep going, Worms, Naruto said. Yes, demon, we won't fail to stop you, Naruto said. Now it time to summon our friends, Menma said as he and Naruto summoned the toads and slug. Hey brat, why have you call us? Gamabunta said. Lady Naruto, how can I help you? Katsuyu said. We need your help, that demon down there is your enemy, Menma said as both Gamabunta and Katsuyu saw Naruto. Hey, wait, I know you're the disowned son of the Hokage, and what more, you betray your family and the village, Gamabunta said. What more, he different, but he must be the one in the prophecy we heard about, Katsuyu said. Wow, you both summoned those ugly creatures at my presence, they are weak, Naruto said. Ha, at least we have a summoning where you're, oh wait, you don't have one, Menma said. Because Jiraiya and Tsunade never care for you, Naruto said. Do you fools think I care, and beside I have one, is it familiar to everyone, Naruto said as he summons two foxes. Everyone was shocked to see the Kyuubi no Yoko again, as Minato and Kushina was shocked to see the nightmare has returned. Naruto, you bastard, you summoned the Kyuubi, Menma said. You moron, he will kill us all, Naruto said. Hey Kurama, why are those weak fools scared of you? Kitsune said. Because I caused damage to this weak village when our master is born, Kurama said. Don, you still want to destroy it? Kitsune said. No, that village means nothing to me as anyway you call us kid, Kurama said. Yes, you see that frog and slug, can you kill them? They are the reason that my life suffer, Naruto said. As you wish, Kitsune said. So that toad wants to die again, Kurama said. Hey brat, why is the Kyuubi here? Gamabunta said, but he was blasted by a tailed beast bomb while Katsuyu was being burned alive by mystical fire from Kitsune, as both of them are dead. Menma and Naruto was shocked to see their summons as dead and saw both foxes glaring at them. Good job you two, now do you both want to stay? Naruto said. No Naruto-sama, I must head back to the fox world, Kitsune said as she poof out. Not yet, as I need to tell those flesh bags what happened on that night, Kurama said as Minato and Kushina was scared as their secret was about to come out. You see, you Konoha reject a masked person with an Sharingan. I was the one who control me and it not Madara Uchiha who caused this, but before that the seal was damaged after your favorite children was born while it was strong when my master Naruto Uzumaki was trying to stop the seal, but Kushina Uzumaki was weak to control the seal and let it out on purpose so her red-haired children can be the saviors of this weak village, Kurama said as many people was shocked at this and was enraged. But there more before the triples were born. That idiot Jiraiya suggests that making Naruto the scapegoat and be a sacrifice for his younger siblings so they can have a good life, Kurama said. The Hokage family is trash, Kumo Shinobi said. Kill them all and destroy the village, Iwa Kunoichi said. Naruto was laughing at this as Kurama poof out and went back to the seal. Now worms, it time for my revenge, Naruto said as he uses his chains to trap both of them as he summons his clones to beat them. Violence, as many people saw the Hokage children being beaten alive as there was blood and cuts all over their body. Stop this, Naruto, no more, Kushina said. Brat, that enough, they suffer already, you won, Tsunade said. Naruto told his clones that enough and uses Fox Sage mode that shocked Jiraiya and burned them both but still alive as Menma and Naruto screams in agony. Stop this, brother, we are sorry, Menma pleaded. Oni-chan, no more, we're family, Naruto said. Never, this is all the pain you both give me and all those pranks that I got blames was from you, now suffer, Naruto said as he done burning them and went to punch then equals M both in the chest as they puke out blood. The rookies was shocked to see Naruto violence and beating his siblings up as Ino begs Naruto to stop. His wives are happy to see their husband getting his revenge as they want to have their turn, but let him handle this. Naruto tried to run away, but she was grabbed by Naruto and slashed her right eye as Menma tried to punch him, but he was kicked to the ground and was stomped by Naruto foot. My eye, you monster, Naruto said. I will make you pay, demon, Menma said. Sorry, but you both too weak to beat me, Fox Sage mode Foxfire, Naruto said as the fire was burning their skills as it was painful to hear them screams as Kushina and Minato begs this to stop. Naruto, please stop this, we sorry that we made you suffer, Kushina said. Son, no more we can be family again, Minato safe. Naruto look at his former parents and send his killer intent on them as Minato and Kushina felt fear. Merrick was impressed at his son torturing his former siblings as Kara and Dena was happy to see this. Naruto saw his siblings on the ground broken and beaten as he can sense the poison still thane and it's still stronger, which means they won't live in a few years. Now it over for you both, as this is the last time we ever become a family, Naruto said as he punches them both with his wood style as Tsunade was shocked at this and knocked them both unconscious. KO, I win, perfect, Naruto said. Genma saw Menma and Naruto unconscious as they can't fight anymore. The winner of the final match of the Chunin exams is Naruto, and as for the deal he and the fourth Hokage made, Naruto is now the clan head of the Uzumaki clan, Genma said. The crowds are cheering at this as many other villages saw this and cheer loudly as the underworld was happy that the successor has won his match. Naruto was flown up as he was on the ground, as on top of him are his dark wives as they kiss him everywhere as he can't breathe. Girls, I can't breathe, Naruto said as they get up and apologize. Well, I beat them, Naruto said. You did great, Naruto-kun, Hinata said. You were amazing out there, Kiyomi said. And what more, everyone in the underworld has saw this and cheer for you, Fu said. And now the Uzumaki clan head title is now yours, but why you didn't take your father title as well, Shizuka said. Because that man is never a father to me, and I want nothing to do with him, so he can keep the Namikaze name as I don't want it, Naruto said. We should celebrate our victories as we crush every single one of them, Hinata said. She right, as I will make you all feel special when it's nighttime, Naruto said as the girls blush madly and kiss him. Rookies Pav, that it they lost, Ino said sadly. And what more, Naruto is the heir of the Uzumaki clan title, Tenten said. How can we lose to him and those whores, Neji said. What going to happen now, we can beat them, it over for us, Choji said. Damn it, this is troublesome and a drag, Shikamaru said. Where Memna and Naruto at, Shino said. In the hospital, but it doesn't look good for them, Ino said. And they won't love that long since the poison inside of them is killing them, Tenten said. Guys, did we made a mistake for what we did to Naruto, Kiyomi and Hinata 6 years ago, Kiba said. Yes, and now Konoha has paid the price, Neji said. Junin Pav, Menma Naruto no Kushina cried. It over, they lost, Kakashi said. And now Naruto is the heir of the Uzumaki clan, Tsunade said. No, I won't let him have that title, it belonged to me, Kushina said. You have no say as it was a deal and Uzumaki always agreed to this deal, Anko said. She right, and you saw what he did to your kids, you won't win, Yugo said. Sensei must be upset at this, Kakashi said. But there's something that what the Kyuubi said at this true, Kushina Asuma said. Kushina knew her secret is out as she nodded, making the other Junins glare at her. Are you serious? Many people die on that night and your children was the cost of this, Asuma shouted. How could you and Minato do this, you monster, Yugo said. We thought that Naruto would be okay with this, but that Demon Fox had to ruin everything, Kushina said. Kushina, don't you get it? Everyone in this village and other villages has saw this and heard everything. Your family might be banished or executed for this, Anko said. Kushina was shocked at this as she didn't realize it that bad. Not to mention that your kids won't live that long because of you and your husband, foolish mistake, Asuma said. Guys, this more I fear that Konoha will lose businesses because of this, guy said. Damn, he right, Iruka said. Sensei, what have you done, Kakashi said. Cage Pav. Well, Askage, it seems that your children have been defeated, Merrick said, laughing. Shut up, or else, Minato glare. Hokage, you realize you might lose your job for everything that happened, I said. Not to mention that in a few years both of your kids will die, Mei said. Foolish Hokage, that what he gets for ignoring the Shinigami deal and cause all of this damage, Onoki said. Orochimaru knew he will start the invasion as he signals his spy to start the invasion as white petals fell down, putting civilians to sleep, as there was a huge boom in the cage stand and many explosions around the village as they saw Otto and Suna Nins attack the village. Cage, what is the meaning of this, Minato said. Sorry Hokage, but I not the Cage as he shards his skin and to reveal to be Orochimaru as the Cages was shocked at this. So, Snake, you dare attack the village, Jiraiya said. Yea, this will be the day Konoha will fall, Orochimaru said. Lord Merrick, we should go, this doesn't concern us, Kara said. Not yet, Kara, let's stay here and see this out, Merrick said. Orochimaru, we know what you after for and we won't let you have Sasuke Uchiha, Minato said. That was my objective, but I found a new target as I want that boy and his wives as they are truly immortal. And I will have them, Orochimaru said. You think my son will let you get near him? Dream on, you disgusting snake, Merrick said. Oh, I will now, cages, since you all are here, this village will be your tomb grave as the destruction of Konoha will now begin, Orochimaru said. That's all for my now. If you enjoy then please like, share and do comments.